defensively to set the mode and set the mood and set the tone for the game.
And offensively, we talked about looking for some running back help, doing some things, and Gerard Smith stepped up in a big way last Friday night, had 10 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown. Kaya also carried the ball 6 times for 37 yards. Cam Austin, 13 carries for 37 yards. And Kaya did a great job distributing the football to receivers. He was 17 for 27 on the night for 275 yards and had 3 receivers catch 5 balls. Now, that's the kind of diversity you want in offense. Teams can't key on one person.
Well, I can promise you this, it makes it very tough to scout. And in doing so, it makes it tough to prepare for. Kaya's done a really good job of moving the ball around. And the reason he's able to do that is because he trusts his receivers. He knows no matter who it is, whether it's Cade, whether it's Jaden, whether it's Ricky, whoever it is, they're going to catch the ball. Our running backs out of the backfield are playing very well. The check down, you keep it simple, stupid. If it's not there, simply check it down. We're starting to do that. And when we do, that's dangerous. But you talked about Gerard. Gerard is a freshman in school years, but he's a really young freshman. He looks like he's about 19 or 20 years old. He's a big physical kid. You got to see that. He has a very bright future ahead of him. A lot of those young kids do, but it was good to get him to step up. The Bruner kid took the knee injury there at Corbin, has been playing, hasn't said a word, has been doing everything that needed to be done. Very selfless player. Let me just say that. Okay, I'm very happy for the young man to get what he got. But offensively, when we're diverse like that, I feel like we're dangerous.
Yes, sir. And you mentioned Kaya Sharon. You talked about it before we got on here that Kaya was named the 2A District 4 Player of the Year this year, and that's very well deserved. Kaya's had a great year.
Very much so. And the one thing I liked about him, not much on tweeting and all that stuff, the first thing that he tweeted out was couldn't have done it without his guys. Exactly. He understands that the special year comes with playing with special players, and he's got a lot of them around him. It's a very close group. I'm grateful for him, appreciative to have kids that understand that.
Yes, sir. He is a very good, respectful young man. I've known him for some time now, and he really does take at his teammates for what they're worth.
Sure.
And once again, this is Chris Staten with Lake Cumberland Sports, and getting prepared for the Lexington Catholic Academy Eagles tonight for the district championship. The Briar Jumpers travel north up to Lexington. And Coach, this has turned into one of the best games in the state whenever these two teams meet, regular season, postseason, whatever it is. Earlier in the year, Somerset came out on the wrong end of a 1-point game, the only loss of the year for you guys. What do you need to do differently this time out to secure the victory? I
told the kids, and after watching film and having a long time to sit and study it, our biggest issue was I felt like they clawed and scratched for every yard, for every tackle. They were there to make the plays and win the game. And I thought we were hesitant at times. We had plays that could have been made in the backfield we missed. We had blocks on the line of scrimmage that it could have been made. We didn't make. They outplayed us. They also outcoached us. Okay, and I don't mind saying that. I'll take our responsibility out of it. That's a tough thing to say. Should have took a timeout on the 2-point conversion. There's 2 or 3 things we should have changed to. Both teams were, I'm sure, were very vanilla in what they were doing. But they're just a team that's loaded. Everybody knows about 20. Everybody knows about 6. Everybody knows about 15. Well, number 9 stepped up, and I believe he had 3 touchdowns against us, and that was huge. When you have that, and just a minute ago we just talked about diversifying your offense. When you can diversify it like that, that's where they're such a dangerous team. Their scheme, their speed, their athleticism, their athletes make them a dangerous team, and that's what we saw. So in order to get back to doing what we need to do, we need greater effort on our part in coaching. We need greater effort in tackling, blocking. We had a special teams snafu that killed us up there. We missed an EP. We missed tackles. We did a lot of things that were not characteristic of us doing. So you can either one of 2 things. It's either them making us look that bad or it's an off night. We don't get a lot of chances in this world for second chances, and we've got one coming. So hopefully we'll atone for that.
Yes, sir. And I still feel like today, a month ago, and I think going into tonight's game that you are going to be the best team on the field, more talented, best athletes. But missed opportunities, missed tackles, and field position is one thing that really hurt you all in the last game against them. Trying to contain the Brown kid and number 6, Darius Smith, receiver. And then, like you said, the Will Vernon kid stepped up and had 3 scores on you. Offensively, they've only been beat one time this year, and it was early in the year by Belfry, beat them 39-20, and Belfry had 0 passing yards in that game. Going into tonight, is that something you're going to try to do and pound the football at them, or are you just going to do what you all done all year long?
It'd be nice to have that Belfry offensive line and run that system they do. They're a big physical team. Watching that film, you saw Belfry impose their will. And, in doing so, that was a young team at the beginning of the season. LCA is no longer a young team. They play very well. They play hard. We are going to try to establish a run. We are going to try to line up and run the ball. I think that's where we're best at. We've said this many a time ad nauseum that if we're good up front, we're really good as a team. And if we can continue to do that and our offensive line does what they're capable of doing, we're going to be more than okay. Offensively, we can't turn it over. That's obvious. We can't give them, the opportunity to touch the ball more. Sometimes good defense is a really good offense. If we can stay on the field, it keeps our defense off. They want to run 70, 75, 80 plays a game. And I think the last game we played, we got tired. We didn't sub enough. We didn't do some of the things we need to do on both sides of the ball, and that really impacted us. So hopefully we'll learn from that mistake. But you simply got to go in there and not give them the opportunity. You talked about a short field. A lot of their drives are no more than 50, 55 yards because we let them return it to the 45-yard line. Field position is key. That's another aspect of it.
They do run that hurry up offense, that new RPO run pass option they try to do so well. And you talked about your offensive defensive line health wise. You got guys I think coming back. You should be about as close to 100% as you can.
We have
in a long time.
Since the Hazard game. Of course, we won't get Alex Miller back. But since the Hazard game, I think we got pretty much everybody back in some capacity or another. We are healthy up front. It's a good time to get healthy. You said it. It's probably one of the toughest games in 2A, especially for a second-round matchup. So it's good to have those guys back. Hopefully the cohesiveness comes back. We've had a little problem with that, I think, last week. Some of our offside penalties, some of our motion penalties on the offensive line was the fact that kids hadn't played all week. And we, practiced all week. And we put them in on Fridays, and it's a little tough to get in the rhythm of the game. So hopefully we've got that ironed out.
I'm sure you haven't had much trouble getting these young men up for this game, being the Lexington Christian Academy second round of state playoffs. Had a good week of practice? Very
good. They've been very focused. It's been a good week defensively. I feel like we've flown to the ball like we did in the past. We need to be physical. Again, there's two ways of looking at it. Either they were just such good athletes, they made us miss, or we won on our game. And I guess there could be a combination of the two. But the good thing is Friday night we get to figure out which one is which.
Yes, sir. So I hope everybody gets to come out, watch the Briar Jumpers take on the LCA Eagles up in Lexington tonight at 7:30. Come out and cheer on the Briar Jumpers. We get through this game. We win this game, we're back home for the next two. So come on, everybody out. Coach, I appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Tonight's Fashion Report is brought to you by Trader Jack's in Grand Central Place. Get game day ready at Trader Jack's in Grand Central Place, open 7 days a week, and locally owned and operated means you will get personal and friendly service so you can put that perfect outfit or accessorize to make yourself look fabulous. Check out all the new fall fashions that are arriving daily at Trader Jack's. Looking across the field, the visiting team, the Somerset Briar Jumpers, are going to be in a purple pant with a white stripe, with a white jersey with purple numerals with a gold outline and the traditional gold helmet. On the home side of the field, LCA comes out in a black uniform with some blue trimming, white numerals, and a white helmet. Again, thank you to Trader Jack's for sponsoring tonight's Fashion Report. The keys of the game are brought to you by Century 21 Advantage Realty Key Associates Realtor Kathy Sears. When you are in the market to buy or sell a home, be sure to call Kathy at 606-875-2120. And Chris, we touched on it a little bit. You told me I stole your thunder before the game. But if you're Somerset, what are the keys for tonight's victory?
I definitely believe, and I firmly believe, and from listening to Coach Lucas, and the offensive and defensive lines are going to be the key to this game tonight. If those guys come out and they take care of business like they're capable of doing, then it's going to be a long night for LCA. And I also have one more part of that. We've had Kai Sharon have big games, Kate Grundy have big games. Alex Miller when he was healthy. We've had Jace Bruner. We've had Gerard Smith. We're going to have somebody else step up tonight. Jaden Gilmore, Carson Guthrie. Somebody is going to have to step up because LCA is going to try to take Cade and Kaya away.
Yeah, I'm sure that you're going to see a lot of double teams on Cade tonight. And I'm with you. They need somebody to establish that second part of the offense that we desperately need. If you're LCA, what do you think their keys to the game are for tonight?
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. They want to try to get as many plays off as they can. They want to get their playmakers in space. They want to put pressure on your defense, and that's what they were able to do last time. Of course, we hung right with them, but they want to go, go, go. And if they can get Somerset off the field and they get the ball back, they're going to try to strike quick, and that's their key.
Yeah. So, again, the keys to the game are brought to you by Century 21 Advantage Realty Key Associate Realtor Kathy Sears. We are only about how many minutes away? Can you see the clock?
Yes, sir, 3 minutes.
3 minutes to kick off. 3 minutes to get their chance back for redemption for tonight. And I look at the players on the field, and they're moving around. There's some excitement. Of course, you're seeing that on the opposite side of the field. LCA has to come in here flying pretty high, having not lost a game since week 2 and having already put one victory up on the Somerset Briar Jumpers here at their home field in front of their own crowd. And the crowd, either they're wearing all dark clothes or they're just pretty light on the other side because they're not wanting to sit through the cold weather or what. But we got a pretty good showing tonight from the Somerset crowd.
Yeah, we have Briar Jumper Nation has showed out in force tonight, and that's one thing that they needed to be able to come up here and support these young men, and they have. They've come out to the middle of the field, and they've had their coin toss. Robert and LCA won the coin toss and elected to defer to the second half, so the Briar Jumpers can get the ball first to start this game. Captains that went out for Somerset were number 1, Jace Bruner, number 39, Kel Todd, 69, Jacob Graybill, and Alex Miller.
Yeah, I saw him walking off. That kind of got me. It might be a little dusty in here.
And then for LCA, we had Jaden Barnhard, Andrew Long, Trey Hood, and Tyler Morris. And like I said, LCA won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. So with 2 minutes before game time, we're getting ready to have some 2A second-round postseason football.
Yep, and you see the LCA team coming out right now. Got a little smoke in them big inflatable helmet. But I'm seeing a lot of kids come running out of the tunnel that's being made out here for the Somerset team as well. And we had one man take a little bit of a nosedive out here on the field, but he got up and he's still fired up and ready to go.
Looking out here on the field, one thing that looks funny to me, but it actually looks really good, this Kentucky bluegrass. Well, you'll see on video here in just a little bit, and we'll try to explain it. It's Kentucky brown grass tonight. It's turned all brown, and LCA has done something I've never seen before, and they've got blue lines and blue striping on the field and numbers, and it actually pops and looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think so, and I think right now if you take a picture, if you're LCA, if you want to do something different and you decide to go turf, this might actually be a pretty cool look.
Brown and blue?
That brown and blue is a nice look.
So we're almost ready to go here. Under a minute to go. Somerset is already out on the field. They're fired up and ready to get after this. LCA is still sitting over on their sideline getting some last-minute instructions from their coaching staff. And let's get it on. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to get it going, and they're still not ticking the clock down for the game to get ready. LCA still over in the huddle on the sideline trying to get some last-minute instructions with Somerset out here on the field. Got some hopping around, some kids just trying to stay warm, but some kids trying to continue to be fired up, and I'm ready for some football.
Yeah. So we'll see if LCA decides to kick it deep. You've got Kay Grundy, Cam Austin, and Jaden Gilmore, all three standing back at about the 5-yard line. And this young man for Lexington Christian has got a strong leg. Andrew Dobbs, I saw him in warm-ups. He was kicking 37-yard field goals with ease. So he's got a big enough foot to get it back there. Let's just decide to see if they want to test Mr. Grundy early.
It's been a while since I've seen Kay Grundy break anything really, really big. And this right now would be a good time to come out and make a statement and put 6 real quick up on the board.
Or at the very least,
Great
very
field
good field position. Yeah, and have a little short field.
I'm a little greedy. I get it.
So we're ready to go. So Dobbs has got the ball down. He approaches the ball. He kicks it off, and it's a line drive kick, and it's going to go out of bounds away, trying to keep it away from Grundy at about the 25-yard line. So the Briar Jumpers will have great field position to start where they'll take the ball at the 35-yard line to start things off.
And, again, you alluded to that before the kickoff, that the last game they were starting deep into their own territory, and now we're starting right off at the 35-yard line. So that's a good way to start.
They're going to place the ball over on the left hash, farthest away from us. Briar Jumpers break the huddle. Kate Grundy comes wide to the right. Gilmore goes wide to the left. You've got Gerard Smith and Jace Bruner both in the backfield beside Kaya. He takes a snap, turns around. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle. Kaya's going to fall across the 35 up to about the 38. Going to gain 3 on the first down run.
I want to remind everybody that you're watching the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week on Lake Cumberland Sports. Buffalo Wings and Rings, wings created your way, always fresh and never frozen burgers.
So after a gain of 3 on the first down play, he's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Briar Jumpers break the huddle, come out in the same formation. Bruner and Smith in the backfield beside Kaya. calls the signals. He's looking for the snap. Here it comes. He's going to turn around. He's going to fake it in the backfield and keep it himself. He's running around the right side, and there's just nowhere to go. I don't know if that was a busted play or design play, Robert, but he's going to fall for no gain on the play. He can bring up 3rd and 7.
You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're already in a 3rd down and 7 yards to go position this early into the game and this on your first drive of the game, because it doesn't give you a whole lot of confidence offensively right now to be your back against the wall.
Exact same formation. Grundy split out wide right, Gilmore split wide left. Takes the pass. He's going to drop out. He's going to throw it out here to Grundy. It's on a stop route. The defender fell down. He's across the 50 down to the 45-yard line, and that is going to be the first L&N Federal Credit Union first down of the night for the Briar Jumpers.
That is a big play and right when you needed it. I love this part about the game last week where they were showing these little short out routes, connect to Kate Grundy for about 17 yards, and that always moves the sticks.
You know, we talked about what Cade Grundy was able to do in the last game on Darius Smith, and tonight Cade's going to be guarding him, and Darius Smith is moving around. He's trailing Grundy wherever he goes, too. So 2 receivers to the top this time. Kaya takes a snap, turns around, hands it off to Cam Austin. He's hit immediately in the backfield. Going to be a loss of about 2 on the play off the right side, and he's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, and then that defensive front for LCA, they were really aggressive in the last game, and they're showing like they're just coming right back out with that same aggressiveness already. And, again, we said one of the keys of the game is to establish that dominance on the line. So not a great start, but fourth play of the game for the running attack. So got to shore that up quick.
Well, they've got 7 and 8 guys in the box at times. This time we're going to go trips, 3 receivers to the left. Cade Grundy's in the backfield with Kai Sharon. He takes a snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got some time. Now he's flushed. He runs down. He's got Grundy on the sideline down at about the 25, and he was able to keep his feet in bounds. So he's going to complete a pass there down to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be another L&N Credit Union first down for the Briar Jumpers.
2 receptions already in the game for 33 yards, and it's an impressive stat to have already early in the game, and to be able to make catches like that on point, keep your feet in bounds to move the chains.
So 9 minutes and 33 seconds, and the clock stopped in the first quarter in a scoreless game. Briar Jumpers driving, looking to put points on the board early. Kaya takes the snap. He drops back. He's under some pressure right off the bat. Looking to try to do something. Now he's got Gilmore down at the 10, at the 9, and he is brought down. Looks like they wanted to run some kind of screen right there, and just was not there. And Kaya made something happen. And right now, the Briar Jumpers have another L&N Federal Credit Union first down, and that also puts them in the Rick Barker and Godby Realty and Auction red zone for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're being aggressive and staying with the passing attack, because the running attack, maybe it's one of those cases where you got to set up the run by using the pass versus the other way around.
Exactly, and that can very well be the case. Briar Jumpers come out this time, same formation they've ran most of the night, 1 receiver right and 1 to the left. Gerard Smith in the backfield on the left. He gets the snap. He's right up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He busts all the way down to, inside the 5, down to about the 4-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd and about 3. 2nd and 4.
Big, impressive run. It's hard to see from this angle, but you like the fact that the young man is a big, full-frame kid, and he runs so hard and so strong behind those pads, and that's going to be a tall task for that LCA line.
2 receivers split out to the right this time. Gerard Smith in the backfield with Kaya. Cade Grundy split left. Cam Austin goes in motion. It's just a quarterback keep right up the middle, and Sharon's going to get across, and he is and that is a touchdown for the Briar Jumpers. Citizens National Bank touchdown. And the Briar Jumpers jump on top 6-0. Did exactly what they needed to do, Robert.
That's right. And now you got to come down, and the defense has got to match that same intensity that the offense has already set. But if you can set this tone early and try to take LCA out of the game early, that's exactly the game plan that you really, really want.
So getting ready to attempt the extra point here, and I believe that is Tommy Wombles. It's out there to attempt the extra point, and there is a flag on the play. The indication is false start on the Briar Jumper, so we're going to back him up 5 yards and try it again. You know, extra points. Kicking game has kind of been our bugaboo this year, Robert. And this one thing we don't want to do early on is
give too many opportunities away, because that was like I said earlier in the game, that was the one area that we had that early miss in the last game, and you don't want to repeat that.
Tommy's looked good, though. I saw him in the warm-up. The spot's down. It's up, and it is right down the middle, and he looked really good on that one right there, Robert. So exactly what they needed to do. With 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first quarter, Briar Jumpers jump on top 7-0.
Good luck to the local teams in postseason from Alton Blakely Honda. Stop by our dealerships. The Happy Honda Day sales event is going on now. Go to abhonda.com for details. Again, with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left to go on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, Somerset 7, LCA 0.
And I'm telling you, Robert, the offense looked about as good as they could. They had one little bugaboo in the backfield there on one of the running plays. Kaya was he did have to elude the pocket a couple of times, but he was able to get out and find some wide open receivers, and they just drove the ball right down the field, did exactly what they needed to do, put points on the board. And let's see what the defense can do now.
That's got to be a big confidence boost for the offense to be able to pick up right where they left off, because it was an offensive shootout the last game.
Darius Smith and Frankie Knight are back deep for the Eagles at their own 15-yard line. Tommy Wombles has put the ball down here at the 40. He's going to put his foot to it, and he is going to try to kick it a little bit deeper. He kicks it to Smith, and he takes it at the 12-yard line. He's looking to go somewhere up the middle. He reverses field. Now he finds some room out there. He's across the 40 to the 45. He's going to be run out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line. So the pooch kick is one thing. When you put the ball in the athlete's hand like that, bad things can happen.
Yeah, he was stopped about 20 yards shy of the ending spot. Was just able to make one little cut, and that cut was a deep cut that went to the opposite side of the field back towards the LCA sideline, and was able to pick up those extra yardage, and that just shows you the athleticism of the young man.
So the Eagles come straight off the sideline, and in their typical fashion, they will go straight to the line. Jaden Barnhart is in the backfield. He's got two receivers to the left and one to the right. He's waiting for the ready to go. Sends a man in motion from left to right. He takes the snap and he's going to hand the ball off his way to Xavier Brown off the left side. He gets across the 50-yard line, but only a gain of about 2 on the play.
Got to be able to string that play out. Xavier Brown has excellent foot speed. And so if you let him get to the outside and you don't stay and contain, he's going to burn you for big yards. And that was an excellent defensive stand.
Here they go with a hurry-up offense. Darius Smith goes in motion. It's just a jet sweep to him off the right side. He makes a cut. He goes right up the middle. He gets picked up in the air right at the 40-yard line, which is going to be enough for the first down. So first 2 plays for the Eagles, and they put the ball in their 2 playmakers' hands, and they gain 12 yards.
Yeah, and you can see why the Smith kid is just – he is so dynamic for that LCA team. It was a good defensive stop. We just missed a couple of blocks that could have held that one in the backfield. And had some movement on the sideline, and can't tell if the line judge called that or not.
Well, and that's a new formation that I hadn't seen. It was a false start on the offense. We're going to back them up 5 yards. But Lexington Christian came out in a 3-man I formation, stacked up right behind Barnhart, and he just handed the ball off to the second man through. And I guess hopefully better for them, because Jacob Graybill was right there in the backfield and made a tackle for a loss. But with the penalty, it's going to be up 1st and 15.
It's so hard to see the clock from here.
More traditional set here, 3 receivers to the left. He's got Xavier Brown in the backfield with him. Jaden Barnhart takes the signal. He's going to move Smith back to the left side of him. He takes the snap, going to hand it off to the right side. Now Barnhart keeps it this time, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, and the Briar Jumpers are right there on that read pass option.
That was something that the Barnhart kid was able to do last time that we played, and I wish I had the yardage in front of me, but he was just running all over this team. And that goes back to the testament of we didn't control the line of scrimmage in the last game.
So this time Barnhart's going to have Brown and Smith both in the backfield with him this time, and sends Frankie Knight out wide left. Barnhart calls out the signals. He takes the snap, turns around and hands it off to Smith right up the middle. He's rounded up. There's Briar Jumpers are flying the football tonight. He's going to get the penalty yards back. It's going to be up to about the 40-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and 10, and this is the first Turner Realty Group 3rd down of the night, and it'll be a great opportunity to get off the field.
And I hope it's not the last Turner Realty Group 3rd down defensive stand that we get to continue to call this quarter, this half, this whole game, because so far a very good turnout for this Somerset defense.
Xavier Brown goes in motion out of the backfield. Barnhart looking to pass. He's looking down the field. He's got man right there just across the line of scrimmage, thrown to Vernon Hill, who hurt this team last game, and Mikey Garland is right there to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's maybe going to give him a 2-yard gain forward progress, and it's going to be 4th and 8. And Lexington Christian looks like they're going to go for it, Robert.
Well, that's kind of shocking, but, this is the playoff game, and
quick kick.
Oh, well, it had me fooled.
Yeah, they had everybody fooled, I believe. And he hits about the 10-yard line and is going to roll down at the 2-yard line. And he's going to carry it into the end zone, but they are going to give it ball spotted right there. So they are going to start out right at the 2-yard line. So quick kick by Lexington Christian. So with 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter, Briar Jumpers are going to have their second possession of the night.
Entrust Counseling is proud to offer psychiatry, counseling, case management, medication assistance, and family practice services all under one umbrella. Please call them at 676-0638 or check out their new website at entrust-healthcare.com to get services started today. You can also find them on Facebook. Again, we went on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard. It's Somerset 7, LCA 0.
Kaya is going to take the snap from his own end zone. He takes the snap and he goes right up the middle behind his running back. He's going to get just a couple of yards, not much. It's hard to see right now, but I think he's going to be out to about the 3, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
So I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
So he touched the ball, so I guess it stops where he goes, but he continued to run with the ball in his hands into the end zone. Would that not be a touchback?
In high school, it's just where they touch it. You don't have to if he momentum carries him into the end zone, does not matter at the high school level.
Okay, well, I needed some clarification. I'm glad you knew because I was over here scratching my head, and it doesn't take much for me to be over here scratching my head.
It's the same formation. Jaden Gilmore goes wide to the left. Kay Grundy goes wide to the right. You got Cam Austin. And I can't tell who that is. It got the ball. I don't know if that was Jace or if that was Gerard. But looks like Gerard Smith is going to get off the left side. He's only going to pick up about 2 on the play. It's going to be a long 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 here for the Briar Jumpers.
I don't expect them to do too much, too risky, too dangerous, and this far backwards into their own territory. However, you got to move the chains 7 yards to get a first down. I just don't know what kind of play you draw up here, but that little out route is working for him very, very well.
So Kaya looking to take the snap. He drops back. He is going to pass. He's got Grundy out here. He's got Gilmore, and he's going to throw it, and it's picked off. He throws it at the 12-yard line, and it is picked off, and Lexington Christian is going to take it down to inside the 5-yard line. So he had a man coming across the field, and Kaya just threw it a good coverage and threw the interception. And LCA is set up here inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, you can't have too many of those. That's get that one back, okay? The worst case scenario is that you come out into this next drive tied at the score, and to just give you something to work harder at.
So 1st and goal, and they spotted the ball at the 1-yard line. So Lexington Christian is going to line up in a power I formation, and they've got Xavier Brown deep in the backfield. Barnhart goes under the center for the first time in both games. He takes the snap, turns around, and hands it off, and he is hit right at the goal line. He's not going to get in.
That's an impressive goal line stance. And the last time that we've seen goal line stance was at the Danville game, where Danville played very, very strong and held Somerset, and maybe Somerset can find that same, I'd like to use your word, juju, early in the game to be able to dial that up and get a goal line stance here.
Barnhart's going to go in the shotgun this time. He sends a man in motion from right to left. He's going to keep himself off the left side. He's hit, but he is going to break the tackle, and he is going to get in for the touchdown. So similar to the 2-point conversion, if they went ahead in the game last time, Barnhart just carries it off the left side, and with 3:25 to go in the first quarter, LCA is on the board 7-6.
The Barnhart kid is a really, really nice player. If memory serves me correct, he's fourth in the state in total passing yardage in 2A, right behind him is Kaya Sharon. So you have those weapons. You kind of think that they're set up for a pass play, but that kid can beat you with his feet.
Andrew Dobbs is going to attempt the point after. Waiting on the snap. He's lined up. Snap is back, holds down, and it is up and through. And so we have a tie ball game, 7-all, 3:25 to go in the first quarter.
Magic Monograms has moved to 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger, the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook, search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. Again, on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter, score is tied 7-7.
So Kai just made, he made a mistake. He had the man coming across the field, had a step on the defender, but tried to throw the ball on the run a little bit, threw a little bit behind him. And you have to give credit to the Eagles defender. He was right there, took it all the way down to the 1 yard line, and gave them the short field. So that's something that, we cannot do very often.
No, and I hope that Jaden Gilmore got into his ear a little bit after that was thrown, because Jaden ran the little out route. He saw that the play was breaking down and took off down the field and had an open lane for big yardage, if not a score.
Yeah, it's coming out of there under pressure a little bit. I think he looked at Jaden early on and saw that he was covered, and then kind of took his eyes off and went through his progression and saw the man coming across the field. And if he leads him, it's going to be enough for the first down and the big play, but they're a little bit behind him. So Dawes put the ball down at the 40-yard line. Grundy is back deep, and they're going to kick it on the ground again, down the way down, and Gilmore's going to pick it up at the 20. He's looking for room to go. He bounces out left side towards the far sideline. He gets down to about the 34, 35, so Briar Jumpers are going to take over third possession right there.
Yeah, and that's twice so far that they've got the ball in decent territory. So 35 for your first drive, 34 on the second. Much better, much better than what they had the last game.
Yeah, but we've still given Lexington Christian the ball at their R1, so we're still losing the field position.
Counterintuitive, but I'm trying to find the sunny side here.
I understand. So he looked good on the first drive as we came out. Now we don't have to worry about having our back in the end zone. So Kai's going to come out this time with an empty backfield. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. LCA's got a little double safety coverage here, and they're going to play a little soft zone, it looks like. Kai calls out the signals. He takes the snap. He drops back. He throws it quick to Cam Austin right across the 35 to about the 38. So a little bit more than that. They're going to put the ball up to the 38. It's going to give him about gain of 8 on the play. So a nice short pass. Like you talked about, Robert, you use a short pass in the game for your running game.
Yeah, and I think that's really what Cam Austin's strength is that slot receiver where he can just come out of the backfield, leak out, and make catches, because he's already in open space, and he's terribly hard to bring down in open space.
And after I said they gave him 8, they moved the ball back, or moved the yardstick back, the down marker back, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Empty backfield set again, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Got a snap. Kai's just going to take the ball and draw it up the middle, spread out the defense and take it. He's got room. He's across the 50, down to the 45, down to the 30. He's got a block, and he's going to get run out of bounds right about the 32-yard line. So a big play by Kai Sharon, just a quarterback draw. And that's going to be an L&N Federal Credit Union first down for the Briar Jumpers.
Ran behind his lead blocker so well and stayed right on his shoulder and had a hand stuck out following that shoulder all the way down. And something that I did like, good ball protection.
Yes, he had the ball tucked away, and it was not flopping around there like a loaf of bread. I know Tony Massey used to be one that did that a whole lot, and I remember John Kane used to holler at him all the time, Massey, quit carrying that loaf of bread. So 1st and 10 from the LCA 34-yard line. Gerard Smith's going to go in the backfield with Kai. He's going to send Cade in motion to the right, to the left. Flag on the play. Kai is looking to throw the ball. He throws it out here to Cade on the left side. He makes a man miss. He's down on the 20, down to the 20-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, Robert. I don't know if they had a legal formation or what.
Yeah, that one came did it come prior to the snap or after? Because it looked like the play was
right as it was snapped.
So probably either a legal shift or something. Still knows.
Well, if it was a legal procedure, they would have blown it dead. They're going to call a legal shift, and they're going to bring it back. But I thought they should have blown that play dead right there.
Yeah, I thought so too. So that'll back it up just a little bit. That's unfortunate because you got a pretty good play right off of Cade Grundy off of that side of the ball for another big gain.
So still across the 40, the ball's placed at the 39 where it's going to be 1st and 15, so they do get the play over, but I'm still confused by that one. I don't know why they didn't blow it dead. But Dryden Smith and Cam Austin in the backfield with Kai either on his side, and Jaden Gilmore split left and Grundy to the right. Going to try and hand the ball off to Cam Austin right up the middle. He makes a man miss and all the way back down to the 30-yard line. So he's going to pick up the penalty yardage plus about 3 on the play, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
That's a good hard run by the young man. And whenever he lowers his shoulders and runs through tackles versus going and trying to break everything to the outside, he makes a lot of good things happen. You need a lot more plays just like that one.
The offensive line is doing a much better job tonight keeping the LCA out of the backfield. In the last game, they were in the backfield all night long, and tonight just hasn't been able to do it, which speaks volumes of this offensive line. So,
absolutely.
Shotgun formation, Smith and Austin in the backfield. He's going to drop back. He's got under pressure. He throws it to Carson Guthrie to the 20, 21, 22-yard line. So Kai keeps his eyes up and hits Guthrie, and it is going to be a first down. So an L&N Federal Credit Union first down for the Briar Jumpers, and Kai doing a good job finding the open receivers.
Yeah, plenty of patience, and that's what I like. He's being bought plenty of time. Was able to find one open receiver. It's all you need, especially when you're trying to find something downfield to make a play with.
Empty backfield again. He's going to send 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Kai is in the backfield by himself. He takes the snap, and it's just a quarterback and run right up the middle. So he spread the Eagles out. He just takes off right up the middle, and he's going to gain about 6 on the play, but it's going to put the ball down into the Rick Barker and Gotta Be Realty and Auction red zone for the second time tonight, and it's going to be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, almost a little bit of a late hit that wasn't called. Somebody came in and jumped on Powell right at the end of it all.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play here from Lexington Christian Academy, where the Briar Jumpers and the Lexington Christian Eagles are tied 7-all.
Wait times are short at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They're focused on service, and they staff the clinic to reduce time spent in the weight room. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, which is another great time saver. The clinic is open and waiting for you from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Of course, no appointment is necessary. Just walk in when you need us at Quick Care behind the hospital in Med Park West. Again, on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, score is tied 7-7, getting ready to start the second quarter.
So, I'll be curious to see what happens here in the second half and at halftime. Right now, the Briar Jumpers are having their way on offense. It's 7-7 ball game, but the offense for Lexington Christian was stopped and had to punt. And, Somerset has drove the ball down the field twice, 65 yards, and they're threatening to score again.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was a 13-7 ball game, 13-6 ball game at the end of the half in the last game, with Somerset finding herself down by 7 points. This time, I'd like to see that score exactly flip, because anytime that you can just gather a lead. Now, they got the ball first. The old Madden rule is not going to take effect for them. However, if you can come down here and just continuously score and try to get some of this defense just beat up a little bit, make them second-guess everything that you're doing, that's always a good thing.
So as we get ready to start the second quarter here, it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Briar Jumpers. The ball's placed down at the 14-yard line. 2 receivers split out to the right. Gilmore split wide left. Kai Sharon sees something. He calls an audible there at the line. He's going to take the snap. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Gerard Smith off the left side. He stumbles, but is able to fight forward, and he is going to pick up enough for the first down, it looks like, just outside the 10, about the 11-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Briar Jumpers right there.
Just when you thought he was stopped in the backfield. Of course, now he's crossed the bad spot.
I don't know. I still have not seen the indication for the first down yet, but they have Lexington Christian as an injured player on the field, but they are going to say now that he does have enough for the first down.
Okay, good deal. A big thank you to Don Franklin, Somerset Family of Dealerships, Kentucky, for presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage at the end of summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships, where they treat you like family. Currently a timeout on the field for an injured player as we tend to that and doing a little bit of business. it was nice to see Gerard Smith get another carry, get another first down. And, again, every time that the young man gets the ball in his hands, he can do something positive like that. It's just going to give him confidence as he continues to grow in this program.
Yeah, Thomas White was an injured player for the Eagles, but he was able to get up and run off the field under his own power. So glad to see that young man is not hurt too badly.
Absolutely.
Briar Jumpers going to come out here 1st and 10 from just outside the 10. Going to have Jace Bruner in a pistol formation and Gerard Smith right behind. Going to try and hand it off to Bruner on a 6-hole. He runs into just a wall of bodies and tries to bounce it off the left. And he's going to gain a short, about 2 on the play, just inside the 10.
Yeah, and Jace Bruner, 0 offensive possession last week, and I'm sure they were trying to rest the young man because he had a well of a ball game at Corbin. To give him a week's worth of rest on the offensive side of the football, I expect him to get quite a few carries tonight.
So same formation, just flipped this time. Gerard Smith goes to the left of Kaya. K. Grundy split out wide to the right. Gilmore split wide left. Grundy takes the snap. He's going to turn it off to Smith, hand it off to Gerard right up the middle, and he's going to pick up a couple more yards on the play. It looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 6. Well, they spot it down here. Looks like it's about on the 7-yard line.
Got a chance to get another first down, if nothing else, and I'm going to assume Somerset's going to take the same approach that this is 4-down territory right here.
Yeah, I would think that you would see them go for it twice here. Anyway, Kai's going to come out. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He's got Gerard Smith in the backfield. He drops back to pass. Kexton Catholic but Christian brings pressure. He slips and falls, and he's going to go down back at the 15-yard line. So big sack on the play. They brought pressure, and they came untouched right at the middle.
Yeah, the ground caused that one. Nobody was open, so good coverage on the LCA defense. However, I don't ever question the play calling, but I think I'd have probably kept that one on the ground.
So 4th down now and about 13 to go, and Briar Jumpers are going to go for it. So just ball's placed at the 16-yard line, just under 10 minutes to go before the half, and the Briar Jumpers with 4 on the play clock. They better hurry. They're going to call a timeout. They call a timeout. So just before K. Grundy was in the Wildcat formation right there. So I hate that they had to take a timeout because now Lexington Christian's going to be able to talk about how to defend that.
All righty. They should have been ready for a timeout at some point, right? At White's Cabinets, they provide their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it's their mission to provide reliable products and services. The courteous and professional team at White's Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the White's Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you. And I'm trying to get a peek at the time, and I can't see it. So Chris,
9 minutes and 47 seconds to go.
Yeah, with a 4th down play looming, the score is still tied 7-7.
So Briar Jumpers take a Toyota of Somerset timeout. I'm going to try to figure out if they can come up with a 4th and 13 play here. And like I said, they had K. Grundy, and I was told they were going to do it and put him in a Wildcat formation. No receivers or nobody in the backfield with him. Empty backfield sets. I don't know if they're going to let Kay try to throw it or run something. I don't know if you can run here 13 yards, but we'll see if they come out in the same set.
I had a friend of mine tell me after the last LCA game that if nothing else, that they should have put the ball in Cade's hands more often. So giving him a Wildcat set's an interesting look.
So this time they come out with 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Gerard Smith in the backfield with Kaya.
Somebody jumped.
Well, Lexington Christian jumped, and then it looked like the right tackle jumped, but they're going to call a false start on Somerset, so they're going to back them up 5 more yards and make it 4th and 18.
That was one thing that Coach Lucas talked about is the little penalties, the little 5 and 10-yard penalties that Somerset just seems to be haunted by this year, and it couldn't have come at a worse time.
So 4th and 18, ball's placed at about the 21-yard line now. Kaya takes the snap. He drops back. He rolls out to his left. He's looking to pass. He's got some room. Now he's going to tuck and he's going to run. He's going to see what happens. He makes a cut back. He fights forward. He may have got there, Robert. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be enough for the first down, though. He didn't get in the end zone, but it's going to be real close to a first down.
Wow, that was an absolute great vision run by the young man, and still no signal. They haven't moved now they have. So the yard markers changed, first down, and just a yard to go to pay dirt. That was an absolutely great run by the young man.
He was hemmed in the sideline, and he just decided to lower his head and take off, and he was able to pick it up. That is a big, big L&N Federal Credit Union first down right there for the Briar Jumpers, as now they come out in a power I formation themselves. Mikey Yarland back deep. Okay, Kai is just going to take the snap. He's going to fall forward, and there's the signal. And with 9 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the half, Briar Jumpers are going to get on the board again on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Citizens National Bank touchdown. The Briar Jumpers jump out 13-7.
Ford Brothers Auctioneers wants to make sure that you stay tuned to the conclusion of tonight's coverage for the Ford Brothers Auctioneers postgame show. We will be announcing the Modern Systems Defender of the game and the Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the game.
Tommy Wombles is on to attempt the extra point. He got the hold of Brody Williams. He's down waiting for the ready to play. And there's the signal. They get ready to kick the extra point. Snap is back. It's a little high. He gets down, and Tommy's going to kick it, and it's a line drive, and it is going to go wide left. So eerily familiar, 13-7, 9 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the half. Briar Jumpers lead.
We know life can be hectic. That's why Somerset Community College offers flexible online programs in addition to traditional in-class learning. Our small class sizes mean personal attention, and with over 40 programs of study, you're sure to find one that fits for you. Remember, you've got this. Get started today by applying at somerset.kctcs.edu. Come experience SEC, real people for real success. On the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, the score is now Somerset 13, LCA 7, but again, that's that extra point, that one extra point, and like you said, eerily familiar.
Yeah, like I said, the snap was just a little bit high. Brody had to go up. He got it down, but it threw off the timing a little bit, and Tommy was able to get the kick up, but it was just a line drive, and he kicked it just a little bit left. So timing is everything on those plays, and it was just thrown off a little bit by the snap.
Yeah, and an ill-timed one. So at this point, if you're the Somerset defense, you haven't had a whole lot of time on the field and almost two halves or two quarters of the football game. At this point, you've got to come out here and establish something on the defensive side of the ball, too.
Here's the kick, and they kick it back there deep to Darius Smith, and he's hemmed up, and he does a spinner around and gets all the way back up to the 40-yard line. So they put the ball in his hands twice, and he has been hemmed up, but he's able to make something happen and get away from pressure and bring the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Also eerily familiar, the missed tackles, and it's hard to get open field tackles on special teams and on the defensive side. I get that, but you've got to have those plays.
Yeah, I just don't know that I would be kicking the ball deep to Darius Smith every time, but what I know. Lexington Christian breaks the huddle off the sideline. Barnhart takes the snap. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Brown off the right side, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he falls forward. Jace Bruner and looks like Jacob Graybill in on the tackle, but he's going to gain about 5 on the play, up to about the 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Only good for about 2 yards and was able to stay on top of the defender and roll over for those extra 2. You got to be able to stop the man right where he's at, point of contact.
Lexington Christian hustles to the line of scrimmage. Barnhart rolls out to his left. He's wanting to throw. He's got Darius Smith out there on an out route, running his in coverage, but the ball is going to go all the way up to about the 45, 44-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, ill-timed, be able to bring that one in because Mikey Garland had a beat on the young man and was getting ready to lay the wood to him right before he let the ball go. Almost a roughing the passer call.
Full house backfield. Barnhart's going to turn around and hand it off to Jeffrey Selby, who we've not seen carry the ball for the Eagles in either game. And he's going to pick up about 3 on the play to the 41, where it's going to be 2nd and 7. The Eagles are hurrying up, trying to get the play off again as Somerset runs a couple of fresh bodies onto the field.
It's hard to keep up with that hurry-up offense and try to watch what everything's going on, because by the time I look up, there's another play being called.
Barnhart's got Brown in the backfield, and he turns around and he pitches it out to Xavier Brown around the right side. The Briar Jumpers are there to string him out. Tate Madden and Jace Bruner are there, but he's going to pick up about 3 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. and it's going to be another Turner Realty Group third down here where the Briar Jumpers need a big stop.
Yeah, Xavier Brown came around the corner, and Jace Bruner met him right there, ran into him, and just fell down. And Jace was just standing over him looking. I saw Xavier Brown came up. He was not happy that he was getting stared at the moment.
So Barnhart has got a full house backfield, 3 backs in the backfield with him, 1 receiver right and 1 to left. He takes a snap, turns around, hands it off, and he's hit right in the backfield again. He runs out of there. He's getting pushed and held in the back, but there's no flag.
No flag,
at
and that
all.
was absolutely terrible. They still.
Is that a flag out there on the 30, about the 33-yard line?
If I don't know, I can't tell.
Yeah, I think there is a flag on the play. It's hard to see on this brown turf, but the referees are talking, so I think we do. Yeah, there's a penalty being picked up. So we've got something, and it's going to be a holding on Lexington Christian. So it's going to back them up here, spot of the foul, and it's going to put them back behind the chains now, about 3rd and 12.
Well, okay, I was going to say he was not marking it off. Surely they're not going to decline it because I don't know that you would give them a 4th and 2. But I'm not. It's hard to keep up with what the referees are doing here. They stop and then they move and then they stop and then they move. So 3rd and 12, that's a little better position to be starting down for the defense anyway.
Well, the ball spotted at the 45, so it's going to be 3rd and 11. But you got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Barnhart in the shotgun formation takes a snap. He drops back looking to throw. He's got time, but he's got good coverage down the field. Now he's under some pressure. He drops the ball. Ball just falls out of his hands. The Briar Jumpers are there, and if they got it inbounds, and they are going to recover it, and I think that they did keep it inbounds, and the Briar Jumpers are going to take over 1st and 10 at the 47, 48-yard line.
A flat tire would really make this road trip better, said no one ever. Which is why Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros are taking care of your tires makes taking care of your tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties and hassle-free experience, so you can get back to being on the road and where you can be carefree. Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. Find more online at skiptirepros.com.
So Barnhart was just back here by himself, Robert, trying to run away from some pressure, and this ball just slipped out of his hands. So 1 turnover apiece for both teams, and the Briar Jumpers are going to take over now 1st and 10, and Gerard Smith is brought right up the middle, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on that play.
Yeah, and that goes back to the offensive line. They've got to be able to hold. Now, the defensive line is very disciplined for this LCA team, but if you're going to get anything going on the ground, you've got to maintain your block at the line of scrimmage.
You know, they're doing a great job of getting off the ball and getting into the gaps before the offensive line can get up and get hands on them, because we're not getting any push on the line of scrimmage. Kay Grundy's in the backfield in a Wildcat formation. He takes a snap, and he's running across the left side, and he's up to about the 49. He gains about 4 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 8 after the first down. They marked the first down loss about 2 yards. So
as easy as they're getting into the backfield at this point, I'd like to see at least 1 hard count right here to keep them honest and draw them off sides.
And I'd say here on 3rd and long, you might see that, Robert. Briar Jumpers come out, break the huddle, a little more traditional set this time, shotgun formation, 1 to the right and 1 to the left, 2 backs in the backfield beside Kai. He drops back to pass. Now he's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked back at the 45, trying to run that little stop route out here to Jaden Gilmore, and it just wasn't there before Kai was under pressure.
Yeah.
So
again, that they've turned up the heat a little bit on the LCA defense, and the line is just not responding, and I'm not sure where it's kind of breaking down at, but get them over here on the sidelines and regroup, because you got to have that offensive line clicking to have some offense to stay on the field.
So unfortunately, the Briar Jumpers weren't able to capitalize on the turnover right there. Cade Grundy is going to stand back at about his 35-yard line. He's going to punt this away. Darius Smith is back at his 15. Here's a snap, a high end-over-end kick. Smith is going to let it hit and bounce to the left, and it's going to be stopped right at the 21-yard line. So a little bit better flipping the field right there. So Lexington Christian is going to take over 1st and 10 from the 21.
Since 1979, Modern Systems has been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they are proud to be part of the communities they serve, committing time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, the Heart Walk, local school programs, and so much more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security.
So Lexington Christian comes off the sideline, goes straight to the line of scrimmage. Full house backfield again. Barnhart's got Brown in the backfield behind him, sends a man in motion from left to right, little counter option to Brown. He's right up the middle. He breaks the tackle. He almost breaks free, but he is brought down there right at the 30-yard line. Looks like Tate Madden is able to come up from a safety position and make a tackle. That could have been a big play.
Yeah, and I think they got away with a little bit of an illegal shift on that too, because I saw 2 men in motion, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. 2nd
and 2. They hurry to the line, ready to go. Briar Jumpers have got nobody back deep, so they're looking to put some pressure on him. He rolls out to wide to his left. He's looking. He dumps it out there in the flat to, looked like it was number 41, Matty Liebrick. Looks like Gilmore was able to come up and make the tackle.
Still haven't got a great spot at this
Looks
point.
like no gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Well, I thought he had a little bit of forward progress on that, but somebody's lost a hand warmer in the backfield, if nothing else.
I believe that's Xavier Brown. He's lost it all night long. Barnhart trying to get a hard snap. The Briar Jumpers do not move, so looks over to the sideline. Still got 12 seconds to go on the play clock. 3 receivers to the right. Barnhart takes a snap, and it's just a quarterback draw up the middle. He's looking for some room, and somebody come up there and popped him quick. It's going to be really close, but I think he got maybe just enough for the first down, and they are signaling first down.
Yeah, it was a good hard run by the young man, and needed to stop. Almost got one.
Dylan Keith was the one that came up there and laid the lick.
Yeah, he was waiting on it, and I'm sure the Barnhart kid's not going to want to run that general direction again anytime soon.
So Barnhart's got 2 running backs off to his right, receivers to the right and left, 2 to the left. Calls out the signals, sends a man in motion from left to right, and it's a quarterback keep. He's going to take the ball off to the left side. He's going to pick up about 6 or 7 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and about 4.
Got to have some tackling on that side of the field. I don't know who it was, but somebody reached out with an arm, and I looked, and their knee was on the ground. You cannot have that.
They spot the ball down just across the 36, right at the 37. So he's only going to gain about 5 on the play, so 2nd and 5. Barnhart's got Brown in the backfield with him, 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Calls out the signals. Takes the snap. He's going to fake it to now. He's going to give it to Brown. And Gerard Smith is in the backfield and drags him down by his shirt. And that's going to be a big loss on the play. So Mr. Smith, right time at the right place right there.
Yeah, you needed a defensive stand, and you got it. And Gerard can not only just be a big factor on the offensive side of the ball, but he's big and strong and can be a huge factor on the defensive side of the ball as well.
So loss of about 6 on the play, 5. They're going to make it 3rd and 10 just across the 30-yard line. And there's an official's timeout here for, I think, equipment issue back here. One of the Briar Jumpers needing to tie his shoe. And here we're ready to go. So with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go before half, Briar Jumpers looking for a big stop right here on Turner Realty Group 3rd down. Barnhart calls out the signal. He's got 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Sends a man in motion from left to right. Takes the snap, and he's going to roll out to his left. He's looking for Smith out there, and Grundy fell down and slipped. And he's got his man across the 45 up to about the 47, which is going to give them a first down.
Boy, you just wanted to get one, didn't you? Get the ball in the hands of Darius Smith, give him about 12 yards on that gain, and you couldn't have get 12 yards at a better time if you're LCA.
So they are going to put the ball down just across the 45 at the 46 and going to be first down. And Cade had good coverage on him early, but when Smith came out of his break, Grundy slipped just a little bit and he was able to get a little separation. So under 2 minutes to go and the clock is running. LCA not in a real big hurry here, which kind of surprises me. They look like they have a little confusion in the backfield. Barnhart, now they're going to have to call a timeout because they were clock running. They were all kinds of confusion. So we have the first Toyota of Somerset timeout of the night for Lexington Christian Academy here with 1 minute and 38 seconds to go on the clock, and the Briar Jumpers leading 13-7.
Be sure to stay tuned to the conclusion of tonight's game for the Ford Brothers Auctioneers postgame show. Again, we will be awarding the Modern Systems Defender of the Game and the Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the Game. Ford Brothers Auctioneer is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Whether you're selling family real estate, private or commercial real estate, equipment, or personal property, they've got you covered. Ford Brothers Auctioneers is recognized statewide and nationally as one of the leaders in the auction industry. Whether it's live on-site, online, or a combination of both, you can count on Ford Brothers Auctioneers to deliver top-quality organization, advice, and results for you. Visit them online at FordBrothersInc.com. Ford Brothers Auctioneers selling the country since 1965.
So both teams have come off the sidelines and made their way back on the field. Lexington Christian looks a little bit more organized this time. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Brown goes in motion. It's just going to be a swing pass out here to him in the flat on the right side. He's looking for somewhere to go. He breaks the tackle, gets across to the 45. He's going to be just a little bit short. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2 right at the 45.
Big, hard run by the young man. I saw he got up, gave a little bit of a hop, and looked like he might have had a little bit of a limp on his step. Hopefully the young man's not hurt.
Now he stays in. The clock continues to run with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. Lexington Christian trying to get a play off quick, and they take a snap, turn off, hand it off to Brown. He's hit right in the backfield just as soon as he comes up. Bruner comes right up off his middle linebacker spot and drops Brown for a loss on the play. Now it's going to be 3rd and a long 2. Turner Realty Group 3rd down here for the Eagles.
I'm a little amazed maybe, with the fact that they run such a quick offense and haven't got much going.
Ooh. 3 receivers over there, and Barnhart was looking for a slant, and the closest defender, or closest player was Somerset defenders, and it just falls harmlessly incomplete. The incomplete pass, the clock stops at 42 seconds. So 4th and 3 here just across midfield at the 47-yard line. And instead of kicking it deep and going to make the Briar Jumpers go, Lexington Christian Academy is going to go for it here, Robert.
Yeah, I don't suspect that it'll be another one of those quick kicks, but I don't know. I guess because of the time that you're trying to go for it.
Empty backfield. Barnhart calls out the hard count, and I believe they're going to call another timeout. Briar Jumpers didn't jump, so maybe they do come out and kick it right here.
For over 55 years, Godby Realty and Auction has been serving the real estate and auction needs in Lake Cumberland area. And during that half-century, Godby Realty and Auction has always been a proud supporter of our students and student-athletes. Godby Realty and Auction provides top-notch realtor service when you're looking to list your property or when needing realtor assistance in finding your new home or farm. They have successfully been bringing home sellers and buyers together for over 5 decades. Their Big Blue auction team offers the area's top-notch auctioneers and ringmen to secure top market dollar for your residential, commercial, farm, or personal property. Rick Barker and Godby Realty and Auction, names you know, names you can trust. To see all their listings and auctions, go to godbyrealty.com.
So 42 seconds to go before half. Briar Jumpers lead 13-7. They've got LCA in a 4th and 3 yardage position here, but the offense is going to come back out on the field. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like they've got Brown back in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a sweep, and it is. Jarius Smith is going to take the ball. He's going to sweep wide left. He's got some room. He gets across the first down marker, and he is going to pick up the first down yards, it looks like.
It's going to be really, really close, but they're signaling first down.
He gets it down to about the 42-yard line.
You needed 3 yards, and you got 4.
36 seconds to go, and the Eagles are in a hurry now. They take the snap. Barnhart drops back to pass. He's looking for Darius Smith out there, and this time throws it out of bounds, incomplete. And it's probably a good thing. If that ball would have been in the air, I think Mr. Grundy may have taken that to the house.
Yeah, I think so, too. And it was just a bad throw, or maybe he just didn't see anything he liked and threw it to the ground. I just can't tell, because that's a couple of times in this series that he's just thrown a pretty bad ball.
So 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. He's got Jeffrey Selby in the backfield with him this time. Barnhart calls out the signals. He takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, scrambles to his left side. He's going to throw it, and he's just going to throw it away. And with 23 seconds to go before half, it's going to be 3rd and 10.
The Somerset defense is coming to play and not giving a whole lot of room for any of these receivers to make any distance and give any kind of time for young Mr. Barnhart to try to throw anything. So you like the tenacity that they're playing with what might feel like their backs against the wall on a 3rd down play and 40 yards to pay dirt. If you can just keep them out and maintain the lead in the halftime, that's always going to be a good thing.
So Lexington Christian comes out, empty backfield set, has 3 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. He's got Xavier Brown split out wide right and Darius Smith split out wide left. He's going to send Vernon Hill in motion, takes the snap, rolls out to his right, and the ball, I don't know, did Brandon get his hand on it right there?
It looked like it was tipped, and looks like he's given a little bit of excitement after that play, because a good thing he got some fingers on it, because that receiver had some extra yards to gain.
Yeah, the ball was intended for number 13, Elijah Hammond, and it looked like to me that Brandon Jones was in coverage there and was able to get his hands on it and just knock it away. And so the Eagles are going to take their third and final Toyota of Somerset timeout of the first half with 20 seconds to go in a 4th and 10 situation.
No appointment is necessary at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They're right behind the hospital, just off Bogle Street in Med Park West, right where they've been for over a decade. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, and they're open late. So if you've had an accident or you aren't feeling well, just walk in and let their highly qualified medical professionals take care of you. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic and Med Park West. 4th down play here coming up, and it's a big 4th down, because if you can keep them off of the field, to keep them from scoring at this point, again, momentum goes in your favor going into the second half.
And they look like they have no intention of kicking this thing away. I mean, I'm just telling you, I guess that's why I'm in the press box and not coaching. But I would kick this thing away. And if you don't get the 4th down here, you give Somerset pretty decent field position with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either, but again.
Quick kick again. No, send a man in motion. He's going to drop back. Barnhart's looking to pass. He's going to throw it up. He's got Darius Smith down there. He's got a receiver. Oh, my goodness. And he's going to go in, and it is going to be a 42-yard touchdown on 4th and 10, and he just runs right down the middle, and it's a touchdown for the Eagles.
Well, I mean, you needed 40 yards. You got 40 yards. You needed to score to get some momentum going into halftime. At this point, if you're Somerset, this would be the perfect time for a block kick.
So with 13 seconds to go before half, a tie ball game, 13-all. Didn't need to see that right there.
Absolutely not.
Andrew Dobbs is going to attempt the extra point here. They're trying to send men on late here with 10 seconds on the play clock. They send the man on very late, 6 seconds on the play clock. Here comes the snap. Dobbs gets the kick up, and it is up and through. And the Eagles take a 1-point lead with 13 seconds to go before the half, 14-13.
Keeping stats and the correct score is important to players, coaches, and fans. The same can be said about keeping your taxes and finances in order. For over 26 years, Randall D. Turpin CPA has been doing just that. If accounting is not your thing, then let the pros at Randall D. Turpin CPA do it for you. Proud sponsor of the Randall D. Turpin Scoreboard, located on Parkers Mill Road in Somerset, Kentucky. Oh, just a few seconds left to go in the half, so if you've got anything that you can get some lightning in a bottle, now's the time to use it.
You know, Briar Jumpers' defense has played too well to have given up 14 points in this game. Of course, they, had to give up a turnover, and it was only had to give up 1 yard on the first touchdown. But other than one play,
yeah,
the defense has played really well so far in this first half.
Yeah, it's a credit to how well the defense has played. One big play, and again, like you just said, that 1 yard, that was all they had to get for pay dirt on the other side. So make some proper adjustments and try to come out in the second half and try to take this game right back to them.
So Grundy, Gilmore, and Cam Austin are going to stop back at their 15-yard line. Dobbs is going to place it down at the 40, and he's ready to kick it off. He approaches the ball, and he kicks it. It's just going to be a end-over-end kick. Gilmore's going to pick it up at the 30 and going to run out of bounds at about the 38, 37-yard line. So with 11 seconds, and the Briar Jumpers trailing 14-13. I don't know if they have much here that they can do.
Since 1920, Citizens National Bank has been located on the Fountain Square in downtown Somerset, and this has been their home for nearly 100 years. Lots of their customers live and work here. Over half the bank's team, 72 employees to be exact, work downtown. And now more than ever, Citizens National Bank is excited to be part of the downtown community. They love downtown Somerset and are here to stay. Citizens National Bank, moving forward, moving together, member FDIC.
Briar Jumpers are just going to take a knee here to finish out the first half. Lexington Christian had 8 guys back deep within 30 yards of the ball. So Heading to the locker room here at halftime, the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles lead 14-13.
In real estate, working with the right people matters. Barry Turner, broker and co-owner at Turner Realty Groups, knows the ropes. Over the years, Turner Realty Group has developed excellent relationships with their clients. See for yourself on their Zillow profile with more reviews than anyone else in the Lake Cumberland region. Turner Realty Group is just off Highway 27, lots 21 and 22. Call 679-SOLD or go online at shopsomersethomes.com. And I was supposed to bring a headset, so if you want to give me a minute,
okay,
interview this young man, and I'll get one so I can join in.
Okay, so we'll talk about here in just a second. We've got Trevor Brock, former Somerset Briar jumper, is in the press box with us tonight. Trevor, you're looking good. Good to see you. How's things going up at Georgetown College?
It's going pretty well. You know, we're trying to just figure things out football-wise. We didn't have the season we wanted to, so, you know, we started out with early bye weeks, and then injuries caught up with us, and you don't have no weeks to recover from it. So we're going to try to split even tomorrow and go 5-5 on the season, and you know, just take what you can get from that and go into the off season, you know, with the head steam and keep her going.
Well, I know, you know, last year you had the knee injury, was able to play through it all year long. You healthy right now?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot better. I've actually they kind of sidelined me this year, you know, and look, they told me, you know, the 4 years is a bigger picture. They said,
Sure.
You know, we got plenty of guys right now. We had a lot of upperclassmen, especially in my position right now. So they said, you know, we're going to let them do their thing. You just take notes and, you know, get yourself back together and, you know, hit the ground running next season.
Yeah. I know it's always good to come back and watch your hometown Somerset Briar Jumpers, you know, a little bit closer for you to be able to come over here to Lexington Christian and watch the game. What do you think so far in the first half, man?
You know, I mean, we've played pretty well. You know, those big plays, they'll get you. So we got to be smarter on that. And, you know, hopefully we can capitalize and fix it at halftime. The coaches are pretty good at making those adjustments. Coach Moose, he knows what he's talking about. So I have no doubt that they'll get that taken care of, and we just got to keep it going.
I'm going to hope that my mic is live here. Can you hear
You're
me?
good,
That's good,
yep.
because I didn't set up the headphone jack, so kudos to me for being on top of my game. So the one question I got is, do you have any eligibility left? Because they could use you in the secondary right now.
Trust me, man, if I could come back, I'd give anything. You know, playing last year hurt. I mean, at least I got to play, but there's a lot that I left on the table that I felt like I could have made a little bit of a difference. But
Yeah. Well, one thing I want to say, and I'm glad that you came up here, I never really met you face-to-face. My son, who's still on the sideline, always thought the world of you. And playing on an injured leg, we got a couple of guys that I don't know the extent, but I remember yours was a torn ACL, and you played on that all year long, which shows a lot of courage and fortitude on your part. Tell me, how does somebody get medically cleared enough to do that? Because I was always worried to death about you last year, man.
Well, you know, I went in, talked to the doctor, and he said, you know, it's torn, it's gone. He said, you're not going to tear it anymore. He said, it's already gone. He said, so you can go on it as long as you can, and if you can withstand the pain, you know, you can keep it going. And then, you know, Steven, he saved my life. If it wasn't for him, there's no way I'd have been able to make it happen. He took care of me week in, week out. Coaches worked with me and, you know, kept it a light load until, you know, I had to be full go. So, you know, if it wasn't for them, there's no way I could have ever done it. So the support system's really what made it happen more than anything.
That's awesome. And I'm sorry I was over here trying to get the headphones. You told me that you were having to sit out this year for health issues or to try to rehab that knee completely. So how are you feeling right now?
I feel pretty good. You know, I'm starting to actually get back into my daily routines as far as legs go and everything. I'm starting to squat heavy again and everything. So it's starting to come back. I think I just passed the 10-month mark, which is usually when you start getting to feel a little bit better, and then 11 and 12, you're usually starting to get back to normal, if not better. So the progress is being made, but it's not anything you can rush, and it's nothing I ever want to go back through again, so I'm trying to take it slow.
I definitely hope you get to avoid that. My son, he never had an ACL tear, but in fourth grade in one of the Little League games, he suffered an ACL strain, and he still has some residual pain. Not bad, but, you know, there's just sometimes that if he falls on it incorrect or whatever, that you can still – my heart always skips, and I'm hoping for the best for you, of course.
Appreciate it.
And I'm a lot older and fatter than you are, but it's not AC. But I'm getting ready to go under a little knee surgery myself here in a couple of months, so I'm not looking forward to it. Don't have recovery time. But the question I want to ask right now is a rumor that I hear about Trevor Brock is that you are looking to get into the bodybuilding. Is there any truth to that?
Yes, for sure. Whenever football does come to an end, whether it be, the next 4 years or if I can't, be fully healthy, bodybuilding is definitely what I want to get into. It's always been my hobby, and honestly, that's what kind of helped me be better at football was that, I would put in the time in the weight room, and it just carried over to the football field.
Well, if you've never seen Trevor Brock in person, I will tell you, he is a wonderful young man, and he has spent a lot of time in the weight room and done a lot of good things. And I think that's something that, with your work ethic and your body style and your body type, will be very good for you.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best. I've already been talking to some of the coaches around here in Lexington and stuff, and they're all ready to go and ready to hit the ground rolling. So as soon as football's over, that's my first thing. But right now I got to, still stay a little mobile. I can't get quite as big as I'd like to right now. Won't be able to be nearly as agile as I should be for football. So it's just one of those things. But like I said, right now I got to focus on football and make sure I take care of that first.
Are you looking secondary? They got you playing secondary?
I started out at safety, and then 3 days into camp, they said, you're too big to be playing safety. They said, we're going to probably put you at Tiger. So it's kind of like it's a field side linebacker, so almost kind of like a rover, kind of like what I played last year for us. I rolled down, but, I still drop back and, make those coverages for the wide side of the field. So it's a kind of a mixture of both, but more primarily linebacker than anything.
It's a good position for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got put on a little bit of weight. There's some big boys in college now. It's a different level. Last year I kind of held my own and stuff, and I was one of the bigger. Now you step on that field, and there's some grown men out there now. So I definitely got to get in the weight room and keep it going.
Speed of the game has increased a lot too.
It is a completely different game, and even at the NAI level, it is so much different. Yeah. I mean, I study more for football than I do some of my classes because it's like, if anybody does anything different, it changes your responsibility right away. So it's a different level, but, as long as you embrace it and, you study and watch film, you'll be all right.
In Turner Real Estate, working with the right people matters. Barry Turner, broker and co-owner at Turner Realty Groups, knows the ropes. Over the years, Turner Realty Group has developed excellent relationships with their clients. See for yourself on their Zillow profile with more reviews than anyone else in the Lake Cumberland region. In Turner Realty Group, just off Highway 27 between lights 21 and 22, call 679-SOLD or go online at shopsomersethomes.com. I want to talk about that with the speed of the game. So what's the biggest difference? I know that athletically you get a lot of the kids that excel that go on to the next level, but it doesn't look like it changes that much, but how long does it take for a man to adjust to that?
We usually, the big thing that helps with that is, we report earlier and get in camp and stuff with these guys. So having, those first 2 to 3 weeks to actually get adjusted. And then like I had said earlier, we actually had 3 bye weeks almost literally right at the beginning of the season. So that helped us adjust more than anything. But honestly, until you just get out on the field and experience for yourself, it's just such a different game. Like you said, it don't look that different, but once you get out there and you start getting really into it, it's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We're joined once again by here in the press box by former Briar jumper Trevor Brock, who's down from Georgetown College tonight to watch the Lexington Christian Eagles. Try to call them Lexington Catholic.
I do that all the time.
Lexington Christian Eagles and the Somerset Briar Jumpers. And Trevor, we really appreciate you stopping by and coming in and see us for just a minute and come talk to us. It's great to see you.
I appreciate you having me.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yes, sir.
So we got 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in halftime here. Somerset is down in the right end zone trying to figure out some adjustments. Like I said, we talked about it. The defense played exceptionally well. Played exceptionally well. Other than the one big play, they was able to force forced a quick kick by Lexington Christian the first attempt, and then had a fumble recovery on the second time. They gave up the short field. Lexington Christian was able to score from the 1 yard line, and then the big play right before half. So Briar Jumpers trail 14-13 right now at intermission.
L&N Federal Credit Union has been in business since 1954. Set up as a financial cooperative, profits are given back to individuals by way of better interest rates, lower fees, convenient services, and resource programs. L&N can offer everything necessary for someone's personal or business finances. Stop by their Somerset location in front of the Kroger Marketplace on 27 or go online at lnfcu.com. Equal housing lender and NCUA insured. It's nice to finally meet that young man. I was being a fanboy last year for the football team. I was able to follow a lot of these players on Twitter, and he was one of those that jumped on board pretty quick. And we've had some private exchanges just to checking in to see how the young man was doing. I'd sent him a message and told him if he was coming to the game to come up here and stop in the booth. And it was, like I say, a pleasant surprise and grateful to have met the young man.
Yeah, he is. I got a chance to meet Trevor, early in his freshman year when he came over from Southwestern. He and my son Chance became, very good friends, and he came over to the house and visit with us. He's a very respectful, humble young man that loves the game of football. And like you talked about it there with him. He played the entire year. For those of you who do not know, on a torn ACL. There's very few high school athletes that would do that and give that for his team.
Yeah, and to play on that torn ACL and to be able to still have the speed, athleticism, agility, it just goes to show you that the young man put in the work in the offseason, and it paid off in dividends, So it's not like he was injured to the extent of an Alex Miller with a broken bone. But still, to be able to play on a torn ACL, I see that young man, right after the game hopping in an ice bath to try to get some swelling to go down. It's just amazing the young man was able to do that, and my son used to talk about him all the time.
Trying to get you a few scores from around the state right now. I'm only able to pick up 2 so far. In the 5A second round district championship game between Southwestern and Whitley County over at Whitley County right now, the Warriors trail Whitley County 15-6 at halftime. And up north in the 2A class, Beechwood leads Newport 17-13.
Toyota Somerset has been a proud member of this community since 1988. And they are proud to sponsor local high school sports. Toyota Somerset is a multiple winner of the Toyota President's Award as well as the Dealer Rater Award. Whether you are looking for one of their 18 different new model vehicles, a certified pre-owned vehicle, or a top-quality used vehicle, Toyota Somerset will help you get into a vehicle for less. They accept every credit application, and their lending sources have millions of dollars to lend. They are located at Stoplight 23 or online at toyotasomerset.com. They are open till the last customer is served. That's Toyota Somerset, where they are all about you.
Another score from the 2A playoffs up north, also or out west. Mayfield leads Murray 21-7.
Pretty dominant performance by that Mayfield team. You can see why that they've gotten 14, I think, state championships. That team, you hear their name called early, often. It's a good program that they've got built over there.
Also in the eastern part of the state, Middlesboro and Breathitt County tonight. Middlesboro has traveled over to undefeated Breathitt County Bobcats, and Breathitt County is up 27-0 in that game.
I don't have any good scores over here. I keep trying to refresh my phone, but it just doesn't seem to be working like yours is. I must have got that cell service I had in Somerset whenever I left, because it is just not booted up yet. Henderson Chiropractic, committing to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. I was trying to look while you trying to find some more scores to get how much time is left. Looks like it's 1 minute and 22 seconds left to go on the clock before they give the 3-minute grace period. Score on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard is LCA 14, Somerset 13.
Well, I'll try to get you some more scores as we go through here, but as we get ready to start the second half, talk a little bit of college sports.
Yeah.
Kentucky Wildcats.
No, I don't even want to go there. They had the worst week ever.
Football-wise, they take on the Volunteers at home last week, have an opportunity to score late and turn over on downs, and ended up losing to Tennessee on Saturday. And then the big shocker of the week, everybody that was ready to hang up the football fans and say, okay, we're ready for basketball. Well, then the basketball team goes out on Tuesday night and lays a goose egg and gets beat by the Evansville Aces.
The Evansville Purple Aces. You beat the number 1 team in the nation, Michigan State, and then you get beat at home by a mid-major team. The only shining light on that one is that the coach, Walter McCarty of the Evansville team, was actually a hometown hero at one time, so kudos to him for making the play, making the game. But geez, Pete, that one's going to be a tough one to swallow. And if you go online, if you're a Louisville fan or just not a fan of anything Kentucky, there's plenty of memes out there to be seen right now because they are having a field day with it, and justfully so.
The Wildcats look to rebound as they travel down to Nashville tomorrow at 3:30 and take on the Vanderbilt Commodores. And the Wildcats have got, I think, 3 games here left, and they have to win 2 of them to become bowl eligible. So tomorrow against Vanderbilt becomes a must-win game for the Wildcats. And I'll talk about my Michigan Wolverines for just a second, Robert. They have a big game tomorrow against Sparty, Michigan State in-state rival. Michigan State's going to the Big House tomorrow at 12 noon. So a big game there for the Wolverines.
I was looking over your shoulder. Is Michigan State ranked this year?
Not right now. They're having a little bit of a down year. They're 4-5 on the season, 5th in the Big Ten. When Michigan's 7-2, number 15 team in the country.
You never count out a rivalry game though. So a 4-5 Michigan State team can just jump up and bite you when you least expect it.
Oh yeah, that definitely. And then the other big news in college football this week: Alabama goes down to LSU Tigers and fall out of the top 4 college football playoff system for the first time since they've had it, I believe.
Yeah, and all it takes is one of the teams. So now you've got LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia. One of those teams has to get beat, and Alabama's right back in the national title hunt.
Only dropped to 5th.
Only dropped 4th. But they played a number 2 ranked, as a number 2 and number 3 ranked team in the nation. It shouldn't drop you a ton, but if you're anywhere 6 through 10 and you only got 1 loss, you got just about as much argument as Alabama's got at this point. But again, strength of schedule and that kind of thing just works against you sometimes.
So back here in Lexington, Kentucky, is the Lexington Christian Eagles and the Somerset Briar Jumpers get ready to start the second half here. The Briar Jumpers have held the big play players for Lexington Christian, Darius Smith and Xavier Brown pretty much in check, and haven't given Jaden Barnhart a whole lot to do, but they still lead 14-13.
You are watching the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week on Lake Cumberland Sports. Buffalo Wings and Rings, wings created your way, and always fresh, never frozen burgers. Getting ready to start the second half of this football game, and again on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, it's LCA 14, Somerset 13, and Somerset needs to come out with a little bit of sense of urgency at this point.
Yeah, they really do. Lexington Christian a little more pumped up and excited here to start this second half as they were to begin the game. Of course, you score late and take a 1-point lead and get the ball back to start the second half. I guess that's something to be excited about.
Yeah, I would be excited too. And it's not completely reminiscent, but much like the last game.
A lot of football left, though, Robert. I mean, we're sitting here right now, like I said, in the 14-13 ball game, and haven't seen the explosiveness like we did in the second half of the last game. But we're trying to get going here. Lexington Christian is going to get the ball to start the second half. Tommy Wamos is going to put the ball down at about the 40-yard line and try to get going. And it looks like Frankie Knight and Darius Smith are going to go back deep for the Eagles and going to put their feet on about the 15-yard line.
I was just getting a message to check my phone. I don't know if it was the Southwestern score, but he sent me a message earlier about another live ad that I need to put on there, so I'm assuming that's what it was.
So the ball is kicked, and it's short this time, and Darius Smith is going to take it, and he looks for some. He breaks out. He's got some room around the right side. He's going to get up about the 45 to the 50. He's going to get run out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. So, again, another big return by Darius Smith is going to set the Eagles up in the great field position this time across midfield. down to the 45.
That bad tackling. You had him in the backfield. He makes one cut and gets another 15 yards. You have to make the stop in the backfield. Seems
I
like
believe I would quit kicking it to him.
I think I would quit too. Squib kick, do something different. I mean, I don't know. It's not working, whatever it is, so reconsider your game strategy just a little.
One receiver wide left and one to the wide to the right. Barnhart takes the snap. He turns around and he hands it off to Vernon Hill on the right side. He gets stacked up after a short gain there by Cale Todd and Jacob Graybill. And looks like Brandon Jones there on the tackle. So a gain of 2 on the play, going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I don't mind to see giving up 2 yards at a time, but gee whiz, man. you got to get away from the big playability. You got 8 yards to go. LCA shown that they're not afraid to go to on 4th down, so you got to maintain short yardage here.
Empty backfield. Hill comes in motion from left to right again this time. He's going to try and throw it out to Elijah Hammond in the flat, and I think the ball has come out. Briar Jumpers are pointing saying they've got it. Still waiting on the signal from them, and they sure do. So a pass complete to Elijah Hammond in the flat, and I can't see who knocked the ball out, but Briar Jumpers are going to get a big turnover right there, Robert.
Maybe the key of the game that we should have mentioned would have been the win the turnover battle. And right now they're up 2-1, but now you got to come down and put some points on the board and keep this momentum going in your favor.
Yes. So the Briar Jumpers come out. They break the huddle. They're going to send Kay Grundy wide to the left, Gilmore wide to the right. He's got Gerard Smith and Cam Austin split on each side of him. Kaya calls the signals. He drops back to pass. He's under pressure right away. He flushes out of the pocket. He's going to throw it up, and he's just going to throw it away and get rid of it. And there's – I don't know if there was a receiver in the area, but they're not going to throw a flag for grounding. But, again, Kaya under pressure almost immediately.
That's one of those halftime adjustments that I was hoping to see was get your offensive lineman to put in the work, maintain your blocks, and give your quarterback some time because it's going to be necessary, y'all. Going to be necessary.
So they got double coverage out here on Kay Grundy, split out wide to the left. 2 receivers wide to the right. Cam Austin comes in motion. It's a fake to Sharon, keeps it himself right up the middle. He's going to pick up 2 or 3 on the play, still fighting for yards. He's going to pick up 5. Going to put the ball down at the 40-yard line, so they're going to give him 3 or 4 on the play. So it's going to be third and 7 for the Briar Jumpers.
That was pretty reminiscent of the Danville game where no whistle was ever blown on forward progress, which can create a problem in a scrum. So referee issue. I'll just be nice. Referee issue. 2
receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Gerard Smith set just left of Kai in the backfield. Kai takes the snap. He rolls out to his left. He's looking to pass. Now he reverses field, goes back to his right. He's under pressure. He's going to throw it as he's going down. He's going to complete it out there to Carson Guthrie for a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down. He was being drugged down.
He was being drugged down and was still able to get the ball off. That's an athletic play by the young man. Brings up 4th and about a long 4 yards, but Somerset's not going to take too many chances and bring the punting unit out on the field.
No, so Darius Smith is going to step back to about his 25-yard line. Kay Grundy is going to step back to about his 30-yard line, and he's looking to punt this thing away on 4th down. He's waiting for the snap, and it's here, and it's going to fake. Kay's coming around the left side. He's got some room. He's going to get the first down. He's got some room down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. He cuts back to the middle of the field, and he's going to go down to the 20, to the 10, all the way down to the 8-yard line. So a big 4th down fake punt right there that sets the Briar Jumpers up in first down territory. L&N Federal Credit Union first down.
He just throwing papers everywhere.
Being Realty in red zone.
He got you so excited that you took your roster, threw it in the air. Well, gutsy play call. So I get on. Seems like I'm giving a lot of criticism to the coaches a lot of time for doing something that I think they should be doing something different. I would have never called that. That's just the athletic ability of Kay Grundy, ladies and gentlemen.
So Kai takes the snap. He's looking back to pass. He's got some time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket again. He's going to throw it.
What?
He's going to throw it to, it's going to hit a lineman, but they don't have illegal touching at this level. So is going to fall incomplete. He tried to throw it to a white jersey there, and it was Ben Simmons standing right there looking at him. It's going to fall incomplete. Now, the referees are going to get together and talk about it. I don't know that you have illegal touching at this level.
I don't need. They just
dropped the flag, so I guess you do.
Well, trying to make something out of nothing. Had a lane to run the ball. It's going to cost them a little bit of yardage here.
Yeah, so they are going to get over here, and they're going to say intentional grounding. So, which is going to be a loss of down. So the penalty is going to be spot foul. The ball will go down where Kyle let it go, and then lose it down. So now it's going to be 2nd and goal from
the 15?
I think it's all the way out about the 20.
Good grief.
Yeah, ball's placed down at the 20-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 20-yard line. So a big fake punt puts the ball down inside the 10, and then after an intentional grounding penalty, backed all the way up. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Kaya's empty backfield. He takes the snap, and it's just going to be a quarterback draw up the middle. The Eagles are there to wrap him up after a short gain on the play this time. So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from just outside the 15.
I assume whatever play calls they've got for 3rd and 15, it's going to be 2 play calls from here to the goal line. And it's the only downside to Somerset's game this year is you need somebody that can be able to place kick or the extra point
field goal
conversion right here from 15 plus another 15, so about a 30-yard kick. So that'd be a great asset to have this year.
So Kaya sending players around, 4 seconds on the clock, takes the snap. He's looking back to pass. He's under pressure again. Flags down there. He's got Guthrie in the infield, and it is going to be incomplete. He had Guthrie down there, but there's a flag in the backfield. It looks like it's probably going to be holding on the Briar Jumpers. So, and there's the signal, and it is holding. So I don't know if they're going to decline it and bring up 4th down.
It just seems like every time that they get that forward momentum, it's just one little silly play, one little backwards play, one penalty that just kills the entire drive.
Yeah, that's 2 big ones right there. That was intentional grounding, brought them back, and then holding on that play right there. So trying to give Kai a little bit of extra time, but it's going to be 4th and goal from the 15-yard line. Briar Jumpers trailing by 1, 14-13 here, looking to put some points on the board and regain the lead. Going to come out an empty set this time. 2 receivers go right. Trips to the left side. Kai's empty backfield takes the signal, takes the snap. He rolls out to his left. He's looking. He's got Bruner at the 5, down to the 3. It looks like he's going to be really close, but no signal yet.
They're saying he's down.
But that was 4th down, so if he didn't get it, it's
turnover
on downs.
I think they all thought they had one more down to get.
It's a turnover. That was 4th down.
Yeah, that was 4th down. So Lexington Christian is going to stop Somerset right at the 1-yard line and going to turn the ball over on down. So with 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, Briar Jumpers trail 14-13. Lexington Christian taking over on downs.
A flat tire would really make this road trip better, said no one ever, which is why Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros makes taking care of your tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to the tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties and hassle-free experience. So you can get back to when being on the move was carefree. Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros, hassle-free guaranteed. Find out more online at skiptirepros.com.
Barnhart takes the snap. He turns around and hands it off to Brown, and he's hit in the end zone. No signal yet. Briar Jumpers are saying safety, and they do. They get the safety right there. So a big turn of events right here as the Briar Jumpers get the safety. They're going to take a 2-point lead, and they're going to get the ball back.
If there was ever a time that you needed a big play, man alive, you just got one there. Good luck to the local teams in the postseason from Alton Blakely Ford. Go to altonblakelyford.com and check out their Black Friday sales event. How much time you got left?
7 minutes and 57 seconds to go, so a lot of time left in this game. But the Briar Jumpers find themselves on the right end of the scoreboard now, leading 15-14 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. And that's a big turn of events, because just after the Briar Jumpers were stopped just short of getting in on a big fourth down play, they get a safety that puts them back in the lead, and now Lexington Christian is going to have to kick the ball back off to the Briar Jumpers.
Yeah, they really need to go back to the ground game here. And Gerard Smith, I don't know has had but one touch, and that was something that they were doing very, very well in the first quarter. Get the ball back, take some time off the clock, and just start pounding it at them.
So Lexington Christian is going to be forced to kick off from the 20-yard line after a safety. You're going to have Jaden Gilmore, Kay Grundy, and Cam Austin walking back to about the 30-yard line. They probably need to scoot up a little bit. I don't know if the Lexington Christian is going to kick it off or they're going to punt it. They're still trying to figure out what they're going to do right here. It's pretty safe to say that Lexington Christian has not had to kick off after a safety in none this year.
Yeah, you can tell there's a little bit of confusion on the field because the referee's trying to give some coaching out there right now. Want to give a quick shout-out to somebody who just sent me a text message. Brandon Brooks, I know you're out there listening, so thank you for the encouragement. I really, really appreciate it.
So there is definitely some confusion out here on the field. They don't know if they're going to kick it, if they're going to punt it. The play clock has not started yet, and now they're going to send the young man out with the tee here. So they are going to kick it, it looks like, because they hadn't brought it out to begin with.
Can we get a delay of game here, please?
Well, they still haven't started the play clock. So now here it goes. He finally blows it in, and Dobbs is going to walk back. So he's going to kick it off from the 20-yard line, and I'd say he's going to another just pooch kick here, end over end, keep it low and hard and keep it away from Grundy, Gilmore, and Austin. He's going to kick it a little bit higher this time, and Cam's going to come up at the 40 and pick it up. He's off to the right side. He's looking for some room. He's across midfield down to the 45, maybe the 44-yard line, where the Briar Jumpers are going to start in great field position here.
Could you or your family benefit from counseling services? InTrust Counseling is there to meet your needs by providing services in the office, home, or school. They even offer late night and weekend appointments. Call 676-0638. Check out their new website at intrust-healthcare.com. You can also find them on Facebook.
So the Briar Jumpers need to get some offense going right here, Robert. Last possession, they end up having to punt it away and had a big fake punt by Kay Grundy, but comes out two-back set, pistol formation, one receiver right, one left, turn around, hands it off to Jace Bruner right up the middle. He's going to pound his way up. He's going to pick up close to 3 yards on the play, depending on where they spot it. Going to put the ball down right at the 42-yard line. So give him a gain of 2 on the play. He's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's what they got to continue to do, control the clock, keep the LCA offense off the field. Give him a good, healthy dose of Jace Bruner and Gerard Smith. But at this point right now, I don't even see Gerard in the backfield.
I'd split left to Kaya.
Okay.
Jace come off the field. He's looking to pass this time. He drops back. He's under pressure again. He throws. He's got Gilmore right at about the 32-yard line. Going to be very close to first down yardage on the play.
Can't tell from.
And they are going to give the first down.
Yeah, it was timely first down. Keep the chains moving. Keep the clock going. Good clock management. This is what you need right here. Establish a good series and go up by 8 at this point, please.
Another L&N Federal Credit Union first down for the Briar Jumpers as they break the huddle. Kay Grundy's going to go wide left. They're going to send – they've had 2 men shadowing him wherever he goes tonight. One receiver to the right, going to try and hand it off to Mikey Garland. He makes a man miss. He's up the middle, makes a tackle, makes another one make a tackle. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9 on the play on first down, just a little bit short.
I think that might have been Mikey's first carry of the night. Comes, later into the third quarter, and it was a big gain, almost a 10-yard game, but it was just a real tough run by the young man. Got to put my teeth in, Chris. It's starting to fail me.
And they are going to give him first down yardage on the play, so that's another L&N Federal Credit Union first down just outside the red zone. Kai's going to take the snap. He's going to try and hand it off to Mikey Garland again off the right side. He slides across the 6-hole. He's running hard again. He's going to pick up another 4 or 5 yards on the play. So Mikey Garland, 2 plays in a row, running hard, Robert.
That's fresh legs coming to get towards LCA, and you got to run it at this defense. If they're trying to, over pursue and try to get into the backfield, just run it right at them and make them miss and make them work.
So with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and the Briar Jumpers have moved into the Rick Barker and Gobby Realty and Auction red zone. Kai is going to try to hand it off to Gerard Smith this time on a little counter. He's going to run hard and get all the way down outside the 10 at the 11, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Briar Jumpers. Another L&N Federal Credit Union first down. So exactly what you wanted, Robert. They're coming out here and they're running the ball and just shoving it right down their throat right now.
You can continue to do that, take time off the clock, keep the LCA offense off the field. That's where they've been the most dangerous. Again, now you can establish the run to set up the pass.
So Kai's going to take the snap, and it's just a quarterback keep off the left side. He splits through the line of scrimmage. He's got room. He's down. He reaches for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown, 12-yard carry for Kai Sharon as he gets in the end zone, and now they are back up 21-14 with 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I was trying to watch for the young man to get up. He was a little slow getting up, but he's not walking real gingerly or anything, so that's always a good sign. Great athletic play. You got to have those. Just keep the momentum forward. We want to continue to play for the next 3 weeks.
Big extra point here, Robert, to extend the lead to 8, which I don't think that's going to be the final score, but still you put Lexington Christian in trail mode now. So waiting on the snap, and it's down and it's up. Tommy Walmos kicks it up, and it is true this time. It is up and through. So the Briar Jumpers do extend their lead 22-14 with 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Magic Monograms has moved to 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger. The place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. This is the only time of the game that I really wish I could see the scoreboard, and I'm on that verge of just being cold enough to not want to open that door.
I'm telling you, it's tough. If you remember the last game I was here, you and I switched spots tonight, so I can kind of look out, keep the score. I stood back at the door most of the game, so I could see what was going on.
Right.
It was a lot warmer, though, because you can't see from the position that you're in.
Oh, my goodness. Now, defense, show up big. Show up big. Come out here and take it at them, continue this defensive pressure that they've had all game, and just be the aggressor. Turn on the heat. Literally, I'm kind of cold.
So I would not kick the ball to Darius Smith if I was Tommy Wombles right here. But he approaches the ball. He is going to kick it away from him this time. It's going to get out of bounds, though. But still, that's better field position than what they have been giving up for most of the game. Lexington Christian is going to take over 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
35, not a bad place to start it. White's Cabinets, they provide their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it's their mission to provide reliable products and services. The courteous and professional team at White's Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the White's Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you.
So Lexington Christian comes off the sideline. They're going to go right to the line of scrimmage like they typically do. You got two receivers split out, three receivers split out wide to the left, one receiver to the right. He's got Xavier Brown in the backfield with him, sends him in motion. He's just going to swing out to the left side. He's just out in front of him. The ball was down. I think it was on the ground, but the ball's out again. Another fumble, and the Briar Jumpers are going to have it. Xavier Brown was hit, and the ball came out. And another big turnover for the Briar Jumpers, and they're going to take over from the LCA 40-yard line.
Be sure to stay tuned to the conclusion of tonight's game for the Ford Brothers Auctioneers post-game show. We will be awarding the Modern Systems Defender of the Game and the Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the Game.
So big opportunity right here for the Briar Jumpers to extend their lead even more and put some more pressure on this LCA offense. The position they've not been in all year long. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Kai drops back to the pass. He's got some time. Now he's under pressure. He falls out of it and throws it over to and Gilmore is popped just as soon as he catches it. But he is going to get the reception. It's going to be a short gain on the play up to about the 31.
We're going to give him 2 yards on that reception. Positive yards, always a good thing, but if I'm Gilmore, I'm asking Kai Sharon for some lunch money. He just got him laid out.
A great catch by that young man. He had no idea he was going to get hit right when he did, but he held on to the ball, gain of about 3 on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 here for Somerset as they send 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Gerard Smith and Cam Austin in the backfield. Jace Bruner, and he's going to try and hand it off to Gerard Smith, and he's hitting the backfield this time as soon as he gets it. And he's going to be brought down for a short loss on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 10.
It's one of the few running plays that they've had negated for a loss of any kind in this game. LCA starting to play with a little bit of a sense of urgency. Somerset's got to slow down just a little bit, gain some composure, and come out here and move the sticks, keep the clock running.
Yeah, you don't want to give LCA any opportunity right here. You definitely want to pick up a first down right here and keep this drive going and keep the momentum. They send 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. He brings Gilmore over to the left side now. So trip wide receivers to the left side. Kaya takes the snap. He's got Jace Bruner out there wide open. Nobody was there. He's going to take the ball all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That's another big L&N Federal Credit Union first down, and that's going to be a Rick Barker and Gabi Realty Auction red zone. Big play for the Jumpers.
Yeah, the LCA defense was not respecting the fact that they would do that little quick pitch out to Jace Bruner at all and left him basically wide open, and the LCA defense was able to close in and make the play. Otherwise, Jace Bruner would still be running right now.
Yeah, Kaya just stood up, threw it out there to Jace. Here you go, big fella, go eat a little bit. He took it all the way down inside the 20 to about the 19. So pistol formation this time. Got Mikey Garland behind Kaya. Takes the snap, turns around, hands it off to Mikey. He makes a cut at the right to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to fall forward for about 2 on the play, maybe 3.
Good, tough running. Don't look. I guess they just gave him the 2 yards. It was a hard run, though, and again, positive yardage, keep the clock running, keep the LCA offense off the field.
3 minutes and the clock running here in the third quarter. Briar Jumpers lead 22-14. Looking to extend this lead, Robert. They need to punch this ball in here and put LCA in a position they're not familiar with. Kaya takes the snap, turns around. He's going to hand it off to Jace Bruner this time. He's through the big hole right in the middle. Just bouncing through. Now the ball comes out. I don't know if they're going to say he was down or not, but they're in there fighting for it.
He was down a while before the ball squirted loose. If nothing else, I mean, I can't tell. There's still
the
no
ball
signal.
did come out, but they're going to say that Somerset kept possession, so it's going to be 3rd down, depending on where they spot it here exactly. Looks like the ball's placed down just outside the 10 and about the 11, so it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Don't go away from what's been working so far. Get your 2 bruisers in there and continue to run. Continue to run the clock.
Kaya's going to take it himself. He's going to run out the middle. He's under pressure. The ball came out again. Looks like Lexington Christian's going to get it this time. Ball's out there down there fighting for it. Lexington Christian thinks they have it. Still no sign from the referees. And yes, they do have Lexington Christian comes out. So Kai Sharon running up in the huddle, running up in the line of scrimmage there. I couldn't see that he had the ball away from him, but they were able to strip it out. And Lexington Christian returns the favor. So 3 turnovers for Lexington Christian, 2 turnovers for Somerset.
Somerset Community College is your community college. We have the lowest tuition rates in the state, flexible classes, small class sizes, and quality education that's close to home. Choose the technical degrees for high-demand jobs or transfer degrees to 4-year institutions. We are the best choice for educating and training. Whatever you need, we have it at SCC. Apply today at somerset.kctcs.edu. Somerset, a real college with real people with real success.
Jane Barnhart looking to, I don't know exactly what happened. Looks like Barnhart tried to do, I couldn't, he just dropped the ball or what happened, but Briar Jumpers are there to wrap up Brown in the backfield, and he's hobbling. That's be a big loss for Lexington Christian if that young man's banged up.
Yeah, you hate to see any man hurt leave the field, but he's no matter how hurt he might be, he's running off the field on his own power, and that's always a good sign.
Well, he stayed in the game.
Really?
Yeah, he's still
Who
back
was
there.
it
He's
that ran
behind.
off?
I don't know, but Brown is still back. He's still in the game, and he's still hobbling around. So 2 receivers to the right. Sends a man in motion from left to right. He's going to turn around, and Barnhart's looking to pass. He's going to throw back screen over here to the left side. He's got some blocking out in front. He is going to get enough for the first down yardage. So a big play right there for Lexington Christian as they're going to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Lexington Christian just inside or right at the 25-yard line.
It's good poise by the young man to throw across his body or back across the other side of the field.
Barnhart hurries into the line. He's going to turn around. He rolls out wide to his left. He's looking for Smith out there. Grundy's right in coverage, and he's going to knock it away from him. Intended for his big receiver, Darius Smith, out in the flat. And Kate Grundy's right there in good coverage and able to knock it away.
It was one of the few drops that Darius Smith has made tonight, and at a good time, too, because now it brings up second down and still 10 yards, and it puts the pressure on the offense here to try to make a play and gives a little bit of cushion to the defense.
Empty backfield set, 3 receivers to the short side of the field. He's got 2 receivers wide to the left side of the field. Barnhart looks to the sideline, gets the play call, barks out his signals. He takes the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keep. He's looking for some room. Not a whole lot of room there to go, but he does make a little bit of space. And the ball come out again. There's a lot of extra. Yeah, here comes the flags now. So I don't know. Flags coming everywhere. There's 3, 4 flags. It looked like to me that somebody was going after the ball, but I don't know if somebody was blocked over top or what. No, looks like.
I can't tell. They're still not making any call, but the flag should go.
Jacob Smith is the one that's coming off the field right now, and they're not happy with him. So I don't know if he went piling on, but long conversation being had by the referees, and I believe it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. Late hit of some sort on the Briar Jumper is going to give Lexington Christian an extra 15 yards right here, Robert.
Since 1979, Modern Systems have been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they're proud to be part of the communities they serve. Committing time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security.
So it is with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Briar Jumpers are going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's going to be an automatic first down. So it's going to move the ball up to about the 45-yard line when they get done marking this off.
Some of the Somerset players over here huddling around Jacob Smith, just reminding him it's okay. It's okay. It's an aggressive play. You were trying to make a play on the ball, but you just got to, maintain that temper, whatever it is that's caused that extracurricular activity where all the flags were thrown. 3
backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to the left and 1 to the right. Briar Jumpers showing pressure. It's a reverse. It was going to be some kind of option play, and they've got Smith wrapped up, and he's going to reverse field again and get all the way down across midfield. Briar Jumpers looked like they had that play sniffed out, and Barnhart made a quick pitch. It was going to be a reverse to Smith coming this way.
Yep, had him 10 yards in the backfield and gave up 9 yards going the opposite direction.
Yeah, he reversed his field and just being an athlete, just making people miss and getting across the 50 all the way up to into Briar Jumper territory at the 45-yard line where it's going to be 2nd and 2. Barnhart barks out the signals. Sends a man in motion from left to right. It's going to be a handoff here to Bernie Hill on a jet sweep. And he's going to have enough for the first down to about the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up just about 5 on the play where it's going to be another first down for the Eagles. And with 8 seconds to go in the quarter, I'd say that might be the last play of the quarter.
Whew. Don't feel great? Just can't wait? Well, Quick Care is open late. Just walk in their clinic in Med Park West, just off Bogle Street behind the hospital. Hours are 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and on 10 to 3 on Saturdays. No appointment is necessary for accidents, ailments, chronic conditions, as well as health services like sports physicals, flu shots, and health screenings. They accept most major health insurance plans, and they can bill the insurance companies directly. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West. Lake Cumberland Sports would like to thank those sponsors, the title sponsor, Quick Care Walk-In Clinic, and the partnering sponsor of Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships. A big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships Kentucky for presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage of the end of summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships, where they treat you like family. Got to get some of that momentum going back in your favor. LCA is starting to pick up the intensity on offense. You got to match it with the same intensity on defense.
Stoppage and play right here at the end of the third quarter, I don't think couldn't have come at a better time for this Briar Jumper defense. They were back on their heels just a little bit. Lexington Christian trying to get some momentum back in their favor. Started the fourth quarter, and they trail 22-14 right now. Briar Jumpers need to stand up here on defense and get a stop.
They do. And, more than anything, it'd be great to get a stop and put some more points on the board to really start putting the pressure on LCA.
So Lexington Christian comes out in the full house backfield shotgun, send the man in motion from right to left. Barnhart takes the snap, turns around. It's going to be a counter to Brown off the right side. He makes a man miss and gets across down to the 30, about the 34, maybe 33-yard line, depending on where they put it down at. But Xavier Brown, who was hobbling around just a few minutes ago, seems to be in much better shape now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a continuation of the same problem we had going into the last quarter here. You got to get some pressure in the backfield, and you got to make some tackles. You had him stopped for a very, very short gain and gave him a few extra yards.
So that formation we saw of a lot the last time they were up here, Brown over there on the right, probably going to be a run back this way. Barnhart takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Brown around the left side. He's got some room. He's being chased by the Briar Jumpers. He's going to be across enough for the first down. So just a sweep, student body left sweep to Brown around the left side. He's going to pick up about 7 on the play and going to pick up enough for the first down.
Keeps the chains moving in the wrong direction, y'all. Again, stop right here. If you're the leader, if you're a Chase Bruner, you want to rally the troops. Be like, look, guys, let the game come to us. Quit getting pushed around. Get that momentum back. Get the intensity back, and let's start making some plays.
Barnhart looking to the sidelines. They look for an audible. He looks down at his wristband. Going to change the play. Calls out the signals. Briar Jumper showing a little bit of pressure off the left side. Man goes in motion. It's going to be a Barnhart. He's going to keep the ball. He's going to sweep it out to the right. He's going to cut back, and he's hit right there by Gerard Smith just across the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up short yards on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Somebody was in the backfield and just over-pursued and turned around and looked, and Barnhart was running right past him.
So Lexington Christian comes out in a hurry. They're ready to go again. Come to the line of scrimmage. Got 3 receivers to the right. Barnhart takes the snap. He turns around and he hands it off to Jeffrey Selby right up the middle. Very few times they run the ball in between the tackles, but Selby has carried the ball more tonight for them than he has in the last game we saw him. He didn't have any carries that I remember. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 7. Lexington Christian's in a hurry trying to get this play off again. And now we got a stoppage in play here. Looks like it's going to be an official's timeout. We got a Briar Jumper down at about the 25-yard line. Gilmore maybe having some cramp issues.
Yeah, you don't want any injuries at this point of the game, that's for sure. Henderson Chiropractic, committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Your careful, helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic.
So 3rd down and 6 here for Lexington Christian. Brings up a Turner Realty Group 3rd down. Lexington Christian comes out in a hurry to line of scrimmage. Referee winds the clock. Briar Jumpers are not ready for the play. Darius Smith goes in motion from left to right. And then he comes back, and here he goes again. Here takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's got a man out there. He throws it over top of the Briar Jumpers defender, and it is going to fall incomplete. So Darius Smith went from left to right, from right to left, back from left to right again, and then tried to throw it to him out in the flat.
I think he ran 50 yards to kind of get a little misled on that play. I think he, kind of misdirected himself.
I think the Lexington Christian coaching staff tried to get a little bit too pretty right there. 4th and 6. Big opportunity here for this Briar Jumper defense if they can get a stop right here. They've got Darius Smith split out wide to the left, Grundy covering him. 3 receivers to the right. Selby in the backfield. Barnhart's going to take the snap. He's looking to pass. He's got a man out on the right-hand side, and he is going to complete a step out of bounds. It's going to be real close. I think he got enough for the first down, though, Robert.
Yeah, it figures. You had that play stopped, and that one player that just leaked out of the backfield and made a play when you needed it the most and got it.
And it is enough for the first down, so they're going to spot the ball down at about the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles as they try to tie this ball game back up down 8. They would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion with 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the game.
Barnhart in the shotgun.
Barnhart takes a snap. He's going to be a quarterback keep to the right side. Briar Jumper's there. He's upended by Kai Sharon in there on defense, coming up from the cornerback spot and making a big play. And he's going to bring Barnhart down for a loss on the play.
That's one thing that Kai Sharon can do. I know that if you're the Somerset coaches, you don't want Kai Sharon out there on defense because you don't want to risk him getting hurt. However, him being a quarterback, he can read defenses so well and can make some plays when you need it the most.
So loss of 2 on the play, going to bring up 2nd and 12. Barnhart's got 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Takes the snap. He's going to fake it to Selby up the middle. He's looking to pass. Slant pattern. He's got Darius Smith on a slant, and he is going to take it in for a touchdown for the Eagles, and they're going to pull within 2 points here, 22-20 with 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go on the clock.
Yeah, if you're Somerset, you got to hold this 2-point conversion because you know they're going to go for it. You just don't want them to tie. And if you do get the tie, then you got to take some time off the clock, slow, methodical, get some points back on the board on the other side.
So Lexington Christian is going to come out and going to attempt the 2-point conversion. He's got Brown and Selby in the backfield with him. Barnhart's going to take the snap. He's going to roll out to his left. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw it back over to the right side. Briar Jumpers are there, and he's going to bring him down, and they're going to stop him short on the 2-point conversion. So with 9 minutes to go in the game, Briar Jumpers get the stop they need, still leading 22-20.
A flat tire would really make this road trip better, said no one ever, which is why Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros makes taking care of your tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to the auto service that includes nationwide warranties and hassle-free experience. So you can get back to when being on the move was carefree. Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros, hassle-free guaranteed. Find out more at skipstirepros.com. Had a Somerset defender down on the field for a little bit of extended period of time, and I don't know if maybe he was just gassed on that play or what, but
for you Warrior fans back home right now, Southwestern is trailing Whitley County 15-13 into the third quarter.
looks like it might have been Kai Sharon. He's getting some attention on the sidelines right now. Hopefully it was just a little shaken up on the play and nothing serious.
So Lexington Christian getting ready to kick the ball back off to the Briar Jumpers here. And Robert, at this point right now, the Briar Jumpers need a long time-consuming drive that ends in some kind of points and put this game out of reach.
Yeah, they need that, and they need Darius Smith to stop catching the football, especially right in the middle, because both big plays have come right down the middle of the defense.
So Kay Grundy, Cam Austin, and Jaden Gilmore are going to set up at about the 20-yard line. Andrew Dobbs is going to step back, ready to kick it off. He hasn't kicked the ball deep all night long. I don't expect him to do anything different here. He approaches the ball, and it's just going to be a end over end. It's an onside kick right to the 47-yard line, and right there looks like Smith. Yep. Jared's brother, who had the big penalty on the last drive, Jacob Smith, is going to recover it right there. So the Briar Jumpers are going to start in great field position when they need points.
It's time for the Lincoln Wish List sales event at Alton Blakely Lincoln in Somerset. Stop by or visit altonblakelylincoln.com.
The Briar Jumpers come out of the huddle. They're going to send 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Gerard Smith is going to stay in the backfield just right of Kai Sharon. He barks out the signals, takes a snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to throw it out here to Kay Grundy in the right flat. He's got a little bit of room. He gets across the 50 up to about the 46-yard line, so gains about 6 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 4.
It's a good play. Again, slow, methodical, easy plays. Get some yardage, keep the clock moving.
Just keep going forward. Don't need any big penalties right here.
Absolutely
Don't need
not.
any loss of plays, no sacks. The Briar Jumpers break the huddle. They're going to send Grundy wide to the left, Gilmore wide to the right. Little pistol formation. Kai has got Cam Austin and Gerard Smith in the backfield with him. He takes the snap, going to hand it off to Cam around the left side. He's looking for some room, makes one cut. He gets to about the 45-yard line where he's going to be spun down there. Going to be gained of only about 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Good hard run by the young man. Had one man to beat and just couldn't beat him. However, you're 3rd and 3. It's 3 manageable yards, but you just got to continue to keep this ball on the ground and no stoppage in clock at this point.
Clock runs under 8 minutes. Play clock's at 13 as the Briar Jumpers break the huddle. Going to send 3 receivers out to the right, empty backfield. Kai is there by himself. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Going to send Grundy in motion. He takes the snap. He's dropped back to pass. He's got Gilmore right at the 40-yard line. Pass complete, and it's going to be enough for a first down. So that's an L&N Federal Credit Union for the first down for the Briar Jumpers, and they definitely needed that one.
Yeah, they needed a catch, and they got it. And thank goodness he caught it, because you just, again, feel like a broken record, but you just don't want any stoppage in play. You don't want the clock to stop. The clock is your ally at this point.
Briar Jumpers still in the huddle. 20 minutes to go on the play clock, plenty of time. Kai is going to send Grundy wide to the right, Gilmore wide to the left. He's got Cam Austin and Gerard Smith in the backfield with him. Kai just waiting for the play clock to get down to 5. He takes the snap, turns around, hands it off to Cam off the right side. He's got some room out here, makes a man miss, picks up a block from Grundy, and goes down to about the 35. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 5.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if Cade he held his block, let go of his block too soon, or if Cam slipped. I was trying to watch both. However, 2nd and 5, clock continues to run. That's the game plan from here on out.
6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. Briar Jumpers leading 22-20, looking to try to put this game away. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Kai takes a snap, counter play to Gerard Smith. He makes a man miss in the backfield. He's fighting for extra yards. He just don't want to go down. Gets down to about the 32-yard line, where it's going to bring up 3rd and short yardage for the Briar Jumpers.
Got a young man out here stretching some legs out. I don't know if it's a cramping issue or what, but it's been a lot of play calls been played here, a lot of offensive. I mean, I don't know. The kids have played very, very hard.
This has been a very hard-fought, well-played game. We had 3 turnovers by Lexington Christian, 2 by Somerset, but this has been a well-played, best 2 teams in the state in 2A, I feel like. Kaya takes a snap, hands it off to Mikey Garland. He gets across the 30. It's going to be real close to first down yardage, depending on where the line judge comes in and spots the ball.
Can't tell. They've not given a signal yet, and I can't tell where the
should be enough.
Where the sticks are good.
Just across the 30-yard line, and it's going to be another L&N Federal Credit Union for the Briar Jumpers. So 4 more downs, 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go on the clock in a 22-20 game. They can keep doing this, Robert. They don't have to score.
They don't. If you can continue to get first downs, at some point LCA is going to start using some timeouts, and that's actually going to work against them in a game like this.
Pistol formation, high snap. He brings it down right up the middle. There's just a sea of Eagles there to bring him down, but he is going to fall forward. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Good strong run by the young man. Haven't heard his name called a lot all night, but every time that he's got it, he hits the hole as hard as he can, hits it with a lot of speed and a lot of tenacity, and that's what you want out of your running back.
Only gave him about 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 9 instead of 8, but still, clock is running. That's the good thing about it. Kai is going to send Grundy to his left, out wide. Gilmore wide to the right. He's got Gerard Smith and Cam Austin in the backfield. A little counter to Cam off the left side. He's got a little bit of room. He squirts across the 25, down inside about the 24, where it's going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
How many downs? I guess it's always going to be 4 down territory at this point.
Yeah, you don't. If you had a field goal kicker right here, but that still only puts the game up 5, which is not good for you. You've got 2 downs to gain 4 yards here and keep his clock running. So I expect the Briar Jumpers to keep the ball on the ground and try to pick up the first down right here.
Surprised at this point of the ball game that Jace Bruner's not in there.
Flip the formation. Pistol formation. He's got Cam Austin in the backfield. And Kai's back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to throw it up. He's got Grundy down there, and he's interfered with. He goes up and makes an amazing catch. And he's going to bring it down. There's no flag. He was interfered with, but there's no flag on the play. But that's going to be a touchdown, and it's going to extend the Briar Jumpers' lead out to 28-20 with 3:43 to go in this ball game, Robert.
Wow. I mean, one, it was a gutsy play call.
He was interfered with, too.
Yeah, oh, my gosh, he was pushed the whole way, and for him to be able to maintain that focus and reel that ball in, kudos to that young man for making that play.
So Tommy Womble's on to attempt the extra point to put this game out of reach, and it's another high snap, and it throws up. He's going to throw it in, and he's going to throw it in, and it is not going to get in. So if we could have got the extra point right there, we go up 9, and the game's out of reach. But with the high snap, the extra point is no good, and now with 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the game, the Eagles still have some life, trailing 28-20.
Entrust Counseling is proud to offer psychiatry, counseling, case management, medication assistance, and family practice services all under one umbrella. Please call them at 676-0638 or check out their new website at entrust-healthcare.com to get services started today. You can also find them on Facebook. It's going to be a Malox game for me. I can feel the indigestion starting to work against me right now.
Well, the great thing about the position that we're in is we're leading, okay? You're up 8 points, 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go. The pressure's on Lexington Christian. They're the ones that's got to go down and score right here. So if you can get a kickoff here, keep the ball out of Darius Smith's hands, whatever you do. Either kick it out of bounds again or kick it somewhere else, but do not give it to Smith.
No. Whew. These games make me old.
I love them. Exciting state playoff football. This could easily be the state final game.
Absolutely. Both of these teams played outstanding tonight.
So Tommy Wamos puts the ball down at the 40. He's waiting for the ready to play. The referee gives him the whistle. He approaches the ball, puts his foot to it, and it's a short kick, and it is away from Smith. Ball's bobbled there by Frankie Knight. He picks it up. He's looking for some room. He's going to be brought down at about the 32, 33-yard line. So Eagles are going to have to go 70 yards if they want to tie this thing up.
Trying to figure out who it was that was made that stop. It looked like it might have been
Matt Shadowan.
And, recalling the game last year, Matt Shadowan came out of nowhere to make a play to stop a big touchdown or a big possible touchdown play in the kickoff in the LCA game last year at Somerset.
So what you got to keep away from here is big plays. They've got one receiver to the right, one to the left, full house backfield. Looks like Xavier Brown. No, that's Darius Smith. Takes the wildcat snap. He reverses field. He's got nowhere to go that way. Makes a man miss, though. Madden comes up, makes a
Still
attempt at it. Still on his feet. So the young man ran about 40 yards and picked up about 9. And he's down. He's still down.
Trying to figure out what the coaching staff is signaling over here, and I don't know if
Lexington Christian's Darius Smith's down on the play. They got him off on the sideline, and we've got Gilmore down here at about the 46-yard line. So I said I don't know if cramps are taking a toll on both teams or what's going on. But Gilmore's down and Darius Smith for Lexington Christian down.
You just don't want these injuries to start, mounting up. And I'm hoping it's just a cramping issue because the young man came off the play just a little bit ago. So I'm not sure if it's a cramping issue or what, but he's holding his hip.
Ball's going to be just across the 40 to the 41-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for Lexington Christian. Clock will start when they come back on the field. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game. Briar Jumpers leading 28-20. Needing a big stop right here. Gilmore is able to get up and walk off the field under his own power, so that's a good sign. It looks like on the other side over there, Darius Smith is able to get up and walk around. So I don't know if he just landed on the football and knocked the breath out of him or what happened, but he is up moving around. I expect to see him back in the game on the very next play.
Yep. Be a good time for a turnover right here.
3 receivers left, one to the right. Barnhart takes the snap. He's going to hand off. No, he's going to keep himself off the left side. The Briar Jumpers are there to stop him. Dylan Keith and Jace Bruner there on the stop. It's going to be real close to first down yardage, though. And he is going to pick up the first down across the 40 up to the 43. So 1st and 10 for Lexington Christian. And they're in hurry-up mode now, come to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't see the clock still.
2 minutes, clock's under 3. Barnhart takes the snap. He rolls out to his right. He's looking to pass. He's got the ball tipped, but then it is going to be completed. Looks like that's going to be
tipped into the receiver's hands. Going to be enough for a first down, but
Xavier Brown on the completion, and that's enough for another first down. So the Eagles are moving the ball across midfield here with 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Clock running. Barnhart looks to the sideline. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He's got Selby in the backfield with him, moves him from left to his right. Calls out the signals, takes a snap, play action pass, and it's, oh my goodness. And it was going to be a slant pass to Xavier Brown over there, and Jace Bruner was right there, and it goes in and out of his hands, and that would have sealed the game right there, Robert.
Yeah, man, that was one of those that you want back. It's okay, Jace. I see you out there tapping your helmet, a little bit of disgust on the play. Stop, make the next play.
So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Barnhart's looking to the sideline, moving some people around. He's got 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Selby in the backfield. He goes in motion out of the backfield. Barnhart drops straight back looking to pass. Now he's under pressure. He's flushed. He's got Dylan Keith chasing him. He's going to get up across the 40. He lowers his shoulder and runs over a man all the way down to about the 30. Still fighting for yards. And here comes a flag, so I don't know what we've got here.
Killing me back here, but Gerard Smith was being held. Something terrible. Again, right in front of the white hat. 0 call. 0 call. That's terrible.
This is going to be a big call right here. If this is on Somerset, it's going to put the ball down inside the 10-yard line, right outside the 10. This is on Lexington Christian. It's going to back them well up. So this is a big call.
Magic Monograms has moved to 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger. The place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery.
So a face mask, 15-yard face mask on the Briar Jumpers, and that is going to move the ball down inside the red zone, down to about the 20. No, keep moving.
Great field position. It'll be a first down.
All the way down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. So with 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go, Lexington Christian has drove the ball all the way down the field, looking to tie this ball game up. Defense needs to step up and have a big stop. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield besides Barnhart. He's going to send Selby in motion. He's going to take the ball, hand off, and turn it off to Brown. He's up the middle. He's got room. He squirts free. He makes a man miss. He gets inside the 5 and gets drugged down there, where it's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Eagles right there.
Shoo, getting close to that 2-minute mark. Eagles threatening to score. Somerset can make them use a couple of downs here and milk some clock. In the event that they score, then they're going to have to play some defense to get that 2-point conversion, to keep it off the clock and put the pressure back on LCA here.
Clock is running. We're right at the 2-minute mark. Barnhart sends the man in motion, Selby, from left to right. Going to turn around and hand it off to Brown off the right side. He's hit right there. No signal yet. He's down at the 1-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1 and clock running.
That's all right. Again, if you score here, if you're LCA, it's taking time off the clock, which is going to put the pressure on for them to have to convert the 2-point conversion.
LCA runs a man on late. Barnhart goes up under center. He's going to take a quarterback sneak. He runs right up in there.
I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it.
He didn't on his first attempt, but he gets pushed in from his back in the back, and he is going to push him in, and the Eagles are going to pull within 2 here with 1 minute and 31 seconds to go in the game, needing the 2-point conversion to tie this thing up.
At Whitest Cabinets, they provide their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it's their mission to provide reliable products and services. The courteous and professional team at Whitest Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the Whitest Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you.
So Lexington Christian getting set to go for the 2-point conversion to tie this ball game up. They're going to come out in a 3-back set. They've got Barnhart there. They're waiting for somebody. They're going to have to take a timeout. There's something. So they didn't have enough people on the field. Now, Somerset's going to take a timeout. I don't think Lexington Christian had but 10 players on the field, Robert, but Somerset's going to take a timeout here, and they're going to talk about it this time.
Wait times are short at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They are focused on service, and they staff the clinic to reduce time spent in the wait room. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, which is another great time saver. The clinic is open and waiting for you from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays, 10 to 3 on Saturday. And, of course, no appointment is necessary. Just walk in when you need us. That's Quick Care behind the hospital in Med Park West. Ford Brothers Auctioneers and Realtors want you to stay tuned to the conclusion of tonight's game for the Ford Brothers Auctioneers postgame show. We will be awarding the Modern Systems Defender of the Game and the Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the Game.
So after a Toyota of Somerset timeout, Briar Jumpers on the field here with 1:31 to go in the game, leading by 2, 28-26. And the Eagles getting ready to go for a 2-point conversion here. They come out, they send a man wide to the right. They're going to send Darius Smith wide to the left. 3 backs in the backfield with Barnhart. Sends Selby in motion. He takes a snap. He hands it off, and it's right off to Brown. He's hit. He's not going to get in. He is not going to get in. They stop him right there. No, not this time. Briar Jumpers hang on to the lead.
A big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, Kentucky, for presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage of the end-of-summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships. They treat you like family. Big-time stop when you need it the most. Now your hands team's got to be ready because it's going to be an onside kick coming your way because LCA, of course, is going to want the ball back. You've got to recover. You recover, run the clock out. I don't know how many timeouts LCA has left.
They should have all 3 left, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. But
score from down south. Southwestern has come back, and they have taken the lead 21-15 over Whitley County with 3:15 left to go in that ball game.
2 close games. Both teams left standing now are operating at something special. Good kudos to the Southwestern team. I've got a buddy of mine who's got a kid that plays over there. I know he's excited. He has to be excited. And if Somerset can hold on to win here, you'll have 2 teams from our hometown that are going to go on to play another weekend.
So everybody in the stadium knows what's coming right here, Robert. Somerset does have their hands team on the field. Last time they tried an onside kick, and Briar Jumpers were there to recover right at the 50-yard line, take it down and score. This time you don't need to score. You just need to make sure that you field this ball clean right here. Andrew Dobbs puts the ball down at the 40-yard line. Gilmore's going to go back deep at the 20, but I don't think there's no reason for him to be back there. Here comes Dobbs. He approaches the ball. He is going to kick it deep. It's going to be a pooch punt to Gilmore back to the 22. He's going to catch it and it's going to run out of bounds. So, Lexington Christian, I'm assuming they said, okay, we've got 3 timeouts left. We're going to kick it deep. We're going to trust our defense. I don't understand that call.
I don't understand that call either. I guess you're playing 100% field position in the event that you don't go down and get a first down out of this drive. You're just relying on your defense to make plays here. If they don't get it, then I don't know. I'm with you. I think you try to get the ball back with some time left on the clock.
So 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in a 2-point ball game. This game, these 2 teams that play 2 games has the potential to come down to a total of 3 points difference in final score. Sharon takes a snap.
Ball
He's
protection.
Try to hand it off to Cam Austin off the right field. He's got some room. He makes the man miss, hanging on to the ball. He's going to pick up enough for the first down. So a big play on first down right there.
And Darius Smith's a little shaken up on the play. Hopefully he's all right. He got up, walking around, but you can tell young man's played a heck of a game. I'm sure he's just as much wore out as anything.
Minute 15 and the clock is rolling. Kai is going to stay back there and wait for this play clock to roll down to about 5 seconds before he ever takes a snap. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself right up the middle.
The ball.
He protects the ball, gets across the 35 probably no gain on the play depending on where they stop it. And Lexington Christian is going to call a timeout right here. So that brings up a Toyota Somerset timeout with 55 seconds to go, and the Briar Jumpers leading 28-26, looking for 2 more plays to salt this game away.
Be sure to stay tuned at the conclusion of tonight's game for the Ford Brothers Auctioneers post-game show. We will be awarding the Modern Systems Defender of the game and the Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the game.
What about, I don't know about you, but
I feel it sounds like the fans have figured it out, ain't they? You've got a lot of hugging on the sidelines. I know you get a first down here and you celebrate. I mean, you have played you won. If you're Somerset, you pull out the victory here. You played a tough schedule. You played a good LCA team twice. And like you said, the difference is going to come down to 3 points within 2 games, and that's phenomenal.
So Briar Jumpers come off the sideline talking about it in the huddle. Kyle's going to break the huddle. He's going to send Gilmore wide to the left, Guthrie and Grundy wide to the right. He's got Mikey Garland and Cam Austin in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off to Mikey. Mikey hangs on to it with both hands. He's right up the middle. He's getting pushed across the 35, maybe up to the 36. So another short gain on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down, and another Toyota of Somerset timeout called by Lexington Christian.
Did all my business early, so I'm out of people to read live reads for, and I think that might be a good thing. One thing I would like to say is Lake Cumberland Sports would like to thank all the following sponsors: Quick Care Walk-In Clinic, Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, Buffalo Wings and Rings, Century 21 Advantage Key Associates, Trader Jack's, Henderson Chiropractic, Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros, Alton Blakely Family of Dealerships, Entrust Counseling, Magic Monograms, Widest Cabinet Design Center, Somerset Community College, Modern Systems, Ford Brothers Auctioneers, Rick Barker and Godby Realty and Auction, Citizens National Bank, Randall D. Turpin CPA, Turner Realty Group, L&N Federal Credit Union, and Toyota of Somerset. Thank you for your continuous sponsorship to make tonight this broadcast possible.
And it has been a fun one, Robert. You know, Briar Jumpers came into this game looking for a little bit of revenge for the 1-point loss that they suffered at the hands of this Eagle team about a month ago. Briar Jumpers coming back here. Now, Eagles have 1 more timeout, so they send the man off late for Somerset coming out of timeout, so they won't have to worry about taking a penalty. Kaya's going to start in the empty backfield. He's got 2 receivers left and 3 to the right. Kaya's just going to take it up the middle. He gets across the 40 to about the 41, and it's going to be 4th and about 3, and Lexington Christian is going to call their last timeout. So with 46 seconds to go, Briar Jumpers leading 28-20. It's going to bring up 4th down and look to punt this thing away.
Oh, it's going to be the longest 46 seconds ever, though.
Well, no, because they're out of timeouts.
Yeah, well, solid point. So they're going to go in the air a lot. The one thing you can't do here is just let anything behind you. You got to keep every play in front of you. The punt, you can't give up a big punt return. You know, you've got to make something out of nothing here, every single play.
So it's going to be 4th and 5 when they come out. Okay, Grundy's already ran a fake punt. Now, this is not the time to run a fake punt.
No.
It's time to get rid of this thing and not get it blocked. Kick the ball away from Darius Smith. Do not let him have a big return on you. And then put your defense out there on the field to finish out this last 46 seconds in this game.
Still a lot of time on the clock. I wish that was said 4.6 versus the 46, but.
And 4th and 5, and it does not look like the Briar Jumpers are going to punt. I'm a little surprised by this call right here. They might try to come out hard count, try to get. They do have 2 timeouts, so I look for Kaya to probably hard count right here. He takes the signal. He sends Jay Spooner in motion from right to left, and he is going to try to get the Eagles to jump off sides, and they're not going to do it. So take a timeout right here. Now I do firmly believe that the Briar Jumpers will punt the ball away right here.
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say I just got a little sick to my stomach when I saw the punt team didn't go out there. But smart play call. You got 2 timeouts. You might as well use them to your advantage. If you get 5 free yards, you take it. Shows a lot of poise on the LCA side for not jumping on that play.
Well, they've got to. I'm sure their coaching staff was over there hollering at them. Do not move, watch the ball. You can't give up free 5 yards right there to end the game, because that would have essentially, the game's over at that point if you do that. So Darius Smith, who's been a big playmaker for Lexington Christian all year and in this game, is going to go back to about his 30-yard line. Kay Grundy is going to go back to punt, and I'd love to see him get one and put it down, pin him inside the 20-yard line right here. This is one place where you miss Chance Staten from last year, who can put this ball down inside the 20 into the 10-yard line. Hopefully Cade can get one off right here. Good snap. Cade's going to get it. It's an end over end high. Darius Smith is going to have an opportunity here to return it. He makes a man miss right at the 35. He's getting over there outside. He's going to be brought down at about the 36-yard line. No flags. So with 36 seconds to go in the ball game, the Eagles are going to have to go
60 yards.
60 yards
60
to
plus.
win this thing.
65. Are they spotting it at the 35?
I think it's going to be about the 32, 36. Ball, 36 seconds to go in the game. The ball on the 37-yard line. No big plays.
No big plays. You got to keep everything in front of you. Now, LCA going to be content to get. I mean, they've got a good field goal kicker, so you can't give them. You can't give them much.
So Barnhart comes out. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He takes the snap. He drops straight back to pass. He's looking. He's under a little bit of pressure. Now he rolls out to the left. He's got a man down there. Darius Smith catches the ball right at the 50-yard line. He's going to run out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. So with 26 seconds to go, we were watching this field goal kicker before the game, Robert, and he was kicking balls from 35 yards with ease.
Yes,
so,
he was.
They're right now, if they, they're about 20 yards away from attempting a game-winning field goal. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left again. Barnhart's empty backfield. He takes the snap. He throws a fake pass out to Smith. He's looking down the field. He's got a man out. This ball could be incomplete, and it's intercepted. Tate Madden intercepts the ball at the 20-yard line, a wheel route. Again, I think the Lexington Christian coaching staff tried to outsmart themselves, and the Briar Jumpers are going to come away with a big victory right here against the Lexington Christian Eagles here in Lexington.
Unreal. Good for Tate Madden. Good for you, young man. I know that you – this is the kind of thing that you live for, and I love to see the young man down here celebrating. I love to see the energy. Keep patting that young man on the back. That's a heck of a play.
And I'm telling you what, the Lexington Christian Eagles, they've tried a few trick plays tonight. None of them worked. And this one right here, the biggest one of the game, they tried to run a wheel route to Vernon Hill, who hurt the Briar Jumpers in the last game. And Barnhart just didn't have time. He threw it up, and Tate Madden was there to intercept it. And all the Briar Jumpers do have to take a knee, Robert, and this game's over with 18 seconds to go.
Man, this one feels good, don't it?
Yes, sir. And there's the snap. Kaya steps down, and that's the ball game. The Briar Jumpers will move on in the state playoffs. They beat the Lexington Christian Eagles 28-26. Unbelievable game, and they will be back home in the confines of the Briar Patch next week against a team yet to be determined.
Yet to be determined. All determined by the RPI and not by the bracket that you see online on the KHSAA website. Remember, when you go looking for your opponent for next week, not determined until the games are done today.
I'm telling you what, you talk about heavyweight matchups. And, again, I said this in the pregame. Coach Lucas and I talked about it. We talked about this. There was some score predictions that Lexington Christian was going to double up Somerset. Score predictions that Somerset was going to double up Lexington Christian. These two teams have played 2 games, and they've been decided by 3 points.
Hats off to the LCA program. Let me say that first. I got to do something kind of classy here and remind people that LCA is it's a private school, but it's a small private school. They have excellent players, excellent coaches. It's a good quality program. I think I've made mention of that before, where we've seen them a few times in the middle school playoffs. hats off to a fantastic season. They were 11-1 10-1 going in this game. 10-1.
Both teams 10-1
going into this game, and nothing to hang your hat on a 10-2 season. As for Somerset, moves on to 11-1, and again, just like we said a moment ago, they now have to figure out who their next opponent's going to be. But the good thing is, we're at home.
2 big stops by the Somerset defense on the goal line when Lexington Christian looking for 2-point conversions that would have tied the ball game up earlier, would have tied the ball game up here, and the Briar Jumper defense sniffs out the play and stops them both times. Xavier Brown and Darius Smith had big games for the Eagles tonight, and the Briar Jumper defense was able to do just enough to win this thing in amazing fashion.
Amazing fashion. Both times that LCA was able to come down here and score, the only thing I kept thinking of is the 2 missed opportunities on extra points that were given up. One of them, they were still able to get the ball off and almost convert another 2-point conversion. But the both of them, bad snaps. Could be a lot of things like nerves. It could be anything.
As the Briar Jumpers gather there at the 40-yard line, they hold the district championship trophy up in the air. So Briar Jumpers will go home as District 4 champs, and we'll be back at home next week against, and we'll try to find you some scores, but possibly against the Owensboro Catholic team next week. I don't want to make that for sure, but like Robert said, the bracket on the website, do not go by that. The third-round games will be seeded. The number 1 RPI team in the state, which just got knocked off by Lexington Christian. So Mayfield will be the new number 1 team. Somerset will be the number 2 team. So 1 will play 4 and 2 will play 3. Mayfield will be at home and Somerset will be at home next week.
And you can't ask for a much better setup than that. Again, you get 2 games at home, which is always a good thing. But kudos to the Somerset defense and the offense, the whole team, the coaching staff, everybody for rising to the occasion tonight, because there have been plenty of times where their backs were against the wall and it could have been so easy to fold, and they just didn't.
So as both fan bases get onto the field here and get to celebrate, Somerset's fans get to celebrate with their team, and Lexington Christian parents get to go out there with a good Lexington Christian Academy team as their season comes to an end, 10-2 on the season, and they're going to be back. They're going to be a team for the next couple of years. They're going to be hard to deal with. You've got Danville, who's very young and improved every game this year, going to be back, and Washington County, another young team. So. But that's next year, Robert.
That's next year.
Briar Jumpers, move on.
Yeah, and if we're fortunate to be doing it again next year, if they ever call my kid's name, it's going to be both an honor and strange to be able to call my kid's name out while he's out there on the field. So I don't expect him to play a whole lot as a freshman, but if he does, I'll be super impressed.
So the entire Briar Jumper team standing out there at the 45-yard line holding that gold headgear up in the air. Great job by these young men here tonight. Come up to Lexington and knock off the Lexington Christian Eagles 28-26. Robert, offensive, defensive players of the game, what you got?
Offensive player of the game. This one's going to be tough. A lot of plays made, but there are 2 plays that really stick out to me. And I know it's cliche to kind of give it to Kate Grundy a lot, but there were 2 offensive plays that the young man really showed up big for. One, the fake punt. He was able to take that down for an almost score. And then in the end zone down here when they needed to score, he was able to jump up, grab the ball. He was interfered with, but was still able to maintain his composure and pull that ball down. It was an excellent play by the young man. So I have to say that Kate Grundy is probably my vote for the offensive player of the game.
I can't argue with you much. I mean, Kai Sharon had a well of a game, quarterback, and put the ball up there to Cade. But, on that play right there, Robert, that was a gutsy call. That was 3rd and long or 4th down?
It was a 4th down. No.
Third and long.
Third and long.
Third and long, and they get Cade Grundy out there on single coverage and throw it up, and he goes up and jumps over the man and brings down a touchdown catch right there. That was one of the better catches I've seen this year.
Sheer athleticism to make that play.
Defensively,
oh, man, it's going to be so hard to figure out who to give a defensive player of the game. Tate Madden played a pretty good game. All defensive players played a really nice game outside of giving up some big plays. I don't know if you want to.
Jace Bruner had a big game from the linebacker spot.
And it's been a while since you called Jace's name, and he's played well the last 2 games, and especially when you know that he's playing on a leg injury that's probably got him down to about 85%. So I have no problem giving Jace Bruner the defensive player of the game.
So Cade Grundy, offensive player of the game. Jace Bruner, defensive player of the game. Southwestern, Robert, was able to hold on against Whitley County and come back and win 21-15. So they're moving on. District champs be moving on to the third round next week. And once again, here from Lexington Christian, Briar Jumpers hold on to win 28-26. Be back home with the Briar Patch next week.
Somerset's going to get no slouch of a team to play. There's no doubt about that. But if you really, I mean, I'm very happy for the the Southwestern faithful to get that win. But it's a big chance that next week the team they draw is like a Frederick Douglass. So congratulations on a big win and a great season. But you're going to have a really, really tall task next week. So go home, get those boys some rest, feed them Wheaties all week because they're going to need it.
So thanks to Jeremiah Jones bringing the video game tonight. And for Robert Reed and myself, Chris Staten, everybody be safe going home, and hopefully we'll see you at the Briar Patch next Friday night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.